that it's, you know, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, you know, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But, you know, I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that, and hopefully they get down to that information.
Good. Do you know that they are in receipt of it? Did they come back to you at all?
I know they have it. I've never got an email back yet.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. I told you I'd be back for a night stream. Shout out to everybody who is pulling up right now. Stephanie, Catherine, nice to see you. Donna, how are you doing? Make sure you guys hit the like button as you're coming in. And I was listening also over on Pascal just to get caught up with some things. And there is some things that I want to bring to the forefront. One that I posted about the other day. Now, I think this, I want to say, what was it, Saturday? I do have to speak on this because I feel like it's my place too, because that guy JT, he called in here to the show. First of all, before we jump into I know a lot of people are asking about the title, A Body Being Found, and I'm going to touch up on that too. Excuse me. Now, there was an incident Saturday. That guy JT called into the show Friday night, said that he would be out at what time? 12 p.m. on Saturday, right? To search, or not to search, but to actually go out there and protest for repenting against Chris or whatever, or Chris to repent, whatever it was, right? But there was an incident there with a guy allegedly named Jaden, and some people had came in to Discord, like multiple people had came into Discord and were like, well, this guy, he pulled out a gun. He pulled out a gun. He pulled out a gun. I was like, what? He pulled out a gun? What do you mean? They're like, yeah, that's what they're saying. Pulled out a gun. He pulled out a gun. And I'm like, okay. So I posted about it. And I want to take that back and say, now that it's been clarified, allegedly he didn't pull out a gun. Hearing that from Seth, hearing that from and from Jaden himself. I seen Jaden in chat, and I do want to apologize for me making that post without doing my due diligence to go and actually look for myself to see if he pulled out a gun. But multiple people did come in saying that, and I went and posted about it. I was like, wow, somebody pulled out a gun. Why would they do that? But I do want to apologize for my negligence on not doing my due diligence to go ahead and look for that footage, which I should have done. I feel like I should have went it and at least looked at that footage and not just said, hey, somebody pulled out a gun. Multiple reports that somebody pulled out a gun. Maybe I should have investigated that a little bit more than what I did. And I kind of feel bad about that. So saying that on the air right now in the cut, that I feel bad that I even posted that on my community tab, even just off the word of people in the community, and nobody who told me that has to apologize either. So don't apologize to me about it. It's okay. I need to do my own due diligence next time to go the extra mile to look and see if that really happened. Now, when I went to Facebook, I could not find this live. I did try to go look for it, though. I could not find the live stream that people were talking about at Facebook. They said it was being streamed out of a group. So when I went and looked at that, I couldn't find anything as far as the live stream. So I was just looking around and seeing, people talk about it, saying, yeah, a guy pulled out a gun. But it seems like people just went with what was said more than what was seen, because some folks said that they seen this. And I'm just saying it's in Discord. What's going on, Sandra? Welcome to the stream. Ashley, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for coming by. And about this body, we're going to jump into this too. About this body, There was a body found right here, and I'm gonna pull it up on your main screen. It says SCSO human remains found on a property in Kingsport. Now, I did pull this up earlier on my second channel, way earlier. I'm talking about maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Says the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, SCSO, reports human remains were found on a property in Kingsport Sunday afternoon. A news release from the SCSO Monday said the remains were located in the Kingsport area of the county. No approximate location or the street name was provided. The release said the remains were investigated on site by SCSO investigators and representatives from the William L. Jenkins Forensic Center before being sent to the Forensic Center for evaluation and identification. Now, again, I did a little map out here as far as like from Kingsport, Tennessee to Hendersonville, Tennessee. Now, if you look, it is exactly 4 hours and 27 minutes from Hendersonville. If you look at it right here, I mapped it out. I just wanted to see how far Kingsport was from Hendersonville. Now, I did hear Seth say on Pascal that he doesn't know, he didn't hear anything about this and etc. So I did hear him say that. You figure he'd get a call if it was anything at all, right? But this doesn't say who this person was or who was found. And it's definitely a little bit, it's lengthy. And I also see emails coming in about it too. Multiple people were talking about a body was found. But again, it does look pretty far away. And I don't know if it's connected or not. I really don't. I'd like to say it's not because it's so far away, but you just never know until the remains are identified. It's hard to say. But in my gut tells me no. My gut tells me it's not Sebastian. It's way far out the way. And I don't know. I was mapping out Memphis from here, and it's a little bit of a different direction, but again, I don't think it's him. I really don't think it's him. What's going on, Just Jen? Welcome to the stream. Boona baby, how you doing tonight? Nice to see you too. Jax, how you doing tonight? Nice to see you too. Ian, what's going on, my man? Phil in the building. Shout out to Phil. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you're coming in. Hit the notification bell. We're going to take calls tonight. We're going to talk to the people. I know a lot of people have been trying to get through. But again, I don't know what's going on with this. I don't think it's connected to Sebastian. I definitely don't think it's connected to Sebastian. I'm just going to say that right now, but I'll be mind blown if it is. Again, this is almost 5 hours away from Hendersonville, Tennessee. It is. That's way out the way. He said, I see you're a Stones fan. For me too. Cheers, Australia. What's going on? Welcome to the stream, Michelle. Nice to see you. Donna in the building. It's been a minute, but I'm about to open up the lines right now. 219-885-9693. I want to hear from all of you tonight. I definitely want to hear from all of you tonight. You said 10:50 here in Ohio. Is it? So you're on Eastern time. You're on Eastern time then. 715, you're live. What's going on? Talk to me.
Oh, hi, Ashley from Wisconsin.
Hey,
okay.
Ashley.
Good. And I'm hoping Seth, if he hears this, can answer this question.
Okay.
I want to know if he saw Sebastian's bedroom prior to him going missing, and then the day he went missing. Is his bedding the same?
Is his bedding the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it exactly like not was the bed made? Is the same sheets and blankets, were they on the bed the day he went missing? That everybody flooded the house, the police, and hopefully Seth, as was there maybe 2 weeks before when he picked up his son.
Right.
That's a super important question. The second question, my second thought was why I think there's something nefarious is if he truly had walked out, or as a professional had said, they threw out the suggestion that possibly he was locked out as a punishment. And in my thought was, if he was locked out as a punishment and something happened, just randomly someone took him, it just was so coincidental, which is ridiculous to me. But let's just say he was locked out and that happened. To me, Katie's first call would have been to Seth. Did you see him? Did you hear from him?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what happened to him at that point. But that didn't happen. She called Chris.
Right.
Because so she didn't call Seth, and I understand he's far away. But if you locked your kid out because you guys are jerks, and you truly were just like, oh man, he wandered off, the first place you would call would be his dad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
there's that. But and then my last like curious thought in all of this is I got a warning in the Discord, so I'm gonna not say the creator. I'm gonna say the woman that interviewed Chris and Katie for a really long time. Y'all know who it is. Apparently, and I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I know you're talking
I
about.
missed it. I missed it, but somebody in Pascal's show brought it up in the chat that they mentioned cameras inside the house that caught him sneaking food.
Not true. Right.
So if there were cameras inside the house that caught him sneaking food, where is that footage?
That's a good question. Talk about sneaking snacks.
And the person that made the comment also mentioned that they mentioned something about a camera by the front door, whether that was in or out. I don't know. I got to go back and listen because that I listened intently and I missed all that somehow.
I don't know why.
But to me, if it was a genuine walked out the door, there's no way she wouldn't have called and asked the dad first if he got a phone call. Is he with you?
That's good.
That blows it out of the water for me that there's any chance that's what happened.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you never know. You never know. That nobody even knows where he's at this point and doesn't even know what happened. There's no evidence of a crime scene, no evidence of anything besides a grainy photo that's 600 yards away, and you can't, or a grainy video that's 600 yards away, and you can't see anything. Even Seth, Seth just said on the show Friday that he could not tell who it was.
Well, and he just said on Pascal's show that it was the garbage truck camera, and I've watched the video a lot of times, and I saw both lights move, and it to me definitely looked like something going towards and then away. Not like garbage trucks don't do that. They don't go 20, 30, 40 feet forward and then go backwards 20 feet. They don't do that. They just go straight on the same side. And then they get to the next side and they do that side. So I've repeatedly watched this video and I don't know why they're saying what they're saying, or maybe they were led to believe one thing, but only time will tell. But I believe there's more to that video than, and they could say it's put to bed, but it's not put to bed to me.
Somebody said that Nancy Grace said on Twitter or X that this body found was a man, but no, that I've seen one that was already a man his last name was Nichols, and that was a man, but it was in a different area. It wasn't Kingsport.
Yeah, there was a YouTuber, but these bones are supposed to be just an adult male.
Yes, Nichols. That's a whole different area, by the way, than this area right here. That's a whole different person, and that person was confirmed. This person has not been confirmed. The identity of these remains have not been confirmed at all, from what I've heard.
Correct.
But again, I don't think it's Sebastian. Just look at this right here: Kingsport, Tennessee to Hendersonville, Tennessee. I mean, it's 4 hours and 30 minutes out the way.
Enough time.
290 miles.
Unless he was moved twice, which I believe he was, but I believe it was moved a second time. That's my theory, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about in that direction because there's been too many people following them.
Yeah, that's way out the way. This is close to Pigeon Forge. You go through Pigeon Forge, Cookville, Johnson City. So it's by okay, I see it. Kingsport right there at Johnson City. And it's literally I mean, if you take the shortest way, which is I-40, it's 290 miles from Hendersonville. So I don't again, this just came out. This report was earlier today. So I don't know. This was
Oh,
about
last
6 hours
question,
ago.
because I'm gonna let somebody else call. But
Mhm.
last question. I don't know if I missed it, but did anybody hear Seth say
Behind his
that
30s.
TBI or the county said anything to him verifying whether or not they fully established Chris's presence at work for all that time?
Say that again? About them establishing what?
Did TBI or the county sheriff tell Seth at all whether or not they confirmed with
That's a great
certainty
question. I know what you're gonna say. That's a great question, and
that
I'll
that
ask
Chris
him. I'll
was
ask him
at
that,
work
but
the entire time?
I'll ask him that, but I'm pretty sure that the investigators aren't gonna really tell him that.
And I feel like he's probably still awake. He's probably listening,
You're
so
right.
maybe he'll comment or call.
What's going on, Carol? Welcome to the stream. I mean, again, I'll ask him that, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't tell him that. But that's a good question to ask him. Just, I mean, all he can say is yes or no. So,
Or light the fire.
right. All he can say is yes or no. And I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
God bless you. Shout out to her. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Again, I don't think this body has anything to do with Sebastian Rogers. There was another male found, though. His name was Nick. I can't remember his last name. That was like 3 days ago. They're finding a lot of bodies in Tennessee, it looks like. 865, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, T-Rev, it's Miss Mary.
What's
Good
going
evening to
on, Miss
you.
Mary? How you doing today?
I'm
Or
okay.
tonight?
Well, I got a surprise. I'm doing okay. How was your day with the eclipse?
It was all right. A little headache, but I'm all right. What's going on?
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, I got a surprise for you. I was born and raised in Kingsport, Tennessee. Went to college in Johnson City, Tennessee, and I know that all that area very well up there.
Interesting.
And yeah. So
Did you look into this body?
two things. Well, there's two missing women out of Kingsport, March the 31st and the 30th, I think. One looks like yeah. So I'm
Interesting.
kind of wondering if that's yeah. So it'd be real interesting for you to go on and look at who's missing up in that area.
That's a good
That used to be a great place to grow up, and it's now had a hard time. Tennessee Eastman Kodak Company was there. It's still there, but it's not as big as it doesn't employ as many people. The town's just gone downhill quite a bit. And I'm sorry if anybody's from Kingsport listening, but you all know what I'm saying. Anyway, there's some issues with meth all up in that area. Kingsport is only probably maybe an hour and 15 minutes at that far from Gatlinburg.
Okay.
It's also very close to the Bristol Speedway, which is the Virginia line.
Oh, right by Gatlinburg, where that alleged sighting was.
If you look at Sevierville, Kingsport and Sevierville.
Interesting.
My mother grew up in Sevierville. Yeah, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Gatlinburg. Yep.
That's interesting.
Know all that area very, very well. So Hendersonville, you can take back roads easily all back through there, other than going I-40. If you're trying to kind of stay hidden and out of the way, you follow the speed limit and don't get pulled over.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of roads, all types of little towns and communities back up in there in the woods, in the mountains and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
But,
I do have to put this out, and I'm glad Susan brought this up. Seth just confirmed, and I did hear it with my own ears. He did confirm that Speedway sighting, alleged sighting today that I was talking about, the one that was reported on yesterday, was not Sebastian, and they were able to get the footage or whatever. And so a lot of people can stop thinking about that if you haven't heard that already, which you probably have heard it already. But I just do want to put it out there and echo that to the community. That Speedway sighting is a dud. it wasn't Sebastian. So there you go. Miss Mary, you can continue.
Well, thank you for. I hadn't heard that yet.
Yes.
So
I did want to let everybody know that, though. It is important that everybody knows this information as it comes out. Again, Seth just found out why he was live on Pascal's, why he was on the phone with Pascal just before, and I was listening very closely just to find out different things that he was talking about. He said that footage, or that they got the footage and it wasn't him. So, boom.
Well, I watched a diver yesterday, and I don't know if you watched it or not. It was a small crew in a lake, the cemetery, and he said they found something up the river.
Right.
And he couldn't elaborate. Have you heard any more about that?
No, I have not. I have not heard about that. Absolutely not. When was this, today?
It was yesterday or day before, and it was a smaller crew. They were live, and the guy he's helped recover bodies and stuff before, but he said that the reason why they were searching this pond down there by the graveyard near, I guess, Sebastian's home in that area is that river dumps off into that pond or in that area, and they had found something up there, but they weren't allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I did not hear about that. I mean, what could it be that you couldn't talk about?
I don't know, but I'll see if I can find a clip of it. But if you watch the beginning of it where the guy's getting ready, I'll see if I can get it to you. He tells you, but he's just like, yeah, I can't discuss it. I'm not allowed to talk about what we found, but that's why we're searching here today. And they had like 4 guys out there in this small pond. Nasty. They were out there for quite a while. But as far as like, if the sighting in Gatlinburg was real, then I can see Kingsport, Johnson City, Bristol. You're kind of in a tri-city area right there. You're near Virginia, North Carolina, all that kind of area.
Right.
I can see that. But to me, I still think they need to be looking in Memphis. Yeah. It wouldn't make sense to me for them to go.
I wonder if they already are there, though.
I don't know. I mean, it would just make sense to me. I mean, if they're going to pack up and go down there, if she wants to be near her kid, but anyway, and thank you for taking the stance of apologizing and doing your just being a man and standing up and saying, I made a mistake. And
absolutely.
That's all.
I mean, who? I mean, you got to have courage and heart to do that. If I see something that I did that it was wrong, I don't mind saying sorry about anything, and I don't mind announcing that. Like I said, I see multiple people roll into Discord talking about, oh my God, a gun was just pulled. And when I went to go look on Facebook, I could not find this live, but I just kept seeing these reports. So I was like, you know what? Like, let me put this out to the people that this is what went down. And I feel wrong for doing that. And I also, just without seeing it myself, I should have seen it myself and then been like, okay, yeah, that's what happened. But it doesn't show that. There's nothing that shows me that. So
we all make mistakes, dude, and it's okay. But I'll tell you one thing I'll say about the rally thing that the preacher dude had, and this is just my opinion. Sorry if I step on anybody's toes, but we don't know that Chris is responsible.
Absolutely.
And if they prove that he is not responsible, and he's absolutely not responsible, I wonder if that preacher then will repent and ask Chris for forgiveness for what he did, because you took 5 cops' time off of duty, come out there to keep the crowd under control or whatever was going on. That was time that could be searching. And if you really wanted to do something to help Sebastian, get a group of people, go search or raise money and give it to Seth, instead of being out there with the sign, trying to stir up stuff. I just think that was not cool on his end of things, but that's just my opinion. But I don't know.
Somebody said the body was an old homeless guy found in the woods 9 days ago. Absolutely wrong. In fact, it said that this body was found yesterday. This body was not found 9 days ago. This body was found yesterday, or going into today, and they just reported it out today. I went and looked at this and actually listened to a news clip. In fact, that news clip is somewhere. I just had it on YouTube, and I'll pull it right back up. It even says it itself.
Yeah. It's WKP. There's WKPT News and WJHL News. That's Kingsport News and Johnson City News.
Watch this.
That's their local stations. And but I'm just, I'm thinking about these two two ladies that are missing.
Yeah, this one was right here, and it does say it right here. It talks about this body was actually found yesterday, it says.
Yeah. And I'll look for the extra information on it. It doesn't say if it's male, female, anything. So it just makes me wonder if it's one of the girls.
Yeah, I'm curious. There's people in the comments like, what kind of reporting is this? You tell us. What'd she say? Dear WJHL, something happened, but we don't know what it is, where it happened, and who was involved or any details. You don't have a story? Stop wasting people's time.
Yeah.
Because it is only a 22-second clip with barely anything in it. It just talks about a body being found.
Well, what happens is too that people have scanners. They have scanners and they post stuff and say stuff, and so they have to say something. But I don't, I don't think it was a home. I don't know. I have to wait and see what they say. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you.
Right, Lori?
About
No, you're good, Mary. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in and giving us some insight on this area. But that's right by the spot where that alleged sighting was. Alleged. I don't even know if Seth and them checked into the one in Gatlinburg that I sent over to him. I'm sure he has. I'm not going to say he hasn't because I did send it to him in full with the person's contact information. So Seth could actually call that person who worked there himself because that information is attached in the email that I copied and pasted to him that was sent to me. So he has all of that. Thank you, Mary, for calling in. I appreciate you.
Did that person that emailed you ever respond back to you?
Yeah, they're I see him in chat sometimes, but I'm not going to call them out by their name.
Right. No. Okay.
I seen them today.
All right.
They were here today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they were in chat today, but I'm not going to say who they are. They don't want to be known. So
sure. No, I don't blame them. No, that's cool. All right.
God bless
you for all you
Mary.
do.
I appreciate you. You're welcome. Lock your doors and stay vigilant. Shout out to Mary. Good phone call.
New at 4, the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office says human remains were found on a Kingsport property yesterday afternoon.
So they say that a human remains. This was yesterday afternoon, by the way.
Yesterday afternoon. That office said that those were found in the Kingsport area of the county. The Sheriff's Office investigated on site along with members of the William L. Jenkins Forensic Center.
So it says those human remains were found yesterday afternoon. 575, you're live. What's going on? 575, could you hear me? 757 from heaven. What's going on? You're live.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. What's going on, Donna?
Hey, what's happening?
Hanging in there. What's going on? Talk to us.
Well, I was thinking that I don't think that body is him. It's too far away.
Yeah, it's far away.
In the wrong direction. And like Mary was saying, it was Mary, right? That was on just before me.
That was Mary that was just on before.
Yeah. She said she was saying there's a girl that went missing in that part of Tennessee back in June.
Yeah.
And I think her name is Layla.
Right.
Layla Santonello or something. So chances are it could be her because she ran off.
And I heard Seth tonight said he hadn't heard anything about this body. That's what Seth said. I mean, that was the words from Seth. I heard him be asked the same thing on Pascal's show. I heard him the exact words. He said, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, it kills me about that. And to be honest with you, he's the one parent who is actively searching for this child.
Right.
And he's hearing information on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, that's
a lot.
Just sad to me because he should have, I mean, granted he's looking for his son, but someone should have at least said, hey man, you know, they have found some remains up in this county, blah, 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 you know, just so he could contact somebody. But the saddest thing about this for me is, you know, it just makes me wonder, you know, did someone actually take this kid?
Right.
You know,
like
I was listening to you. Yeah, you said it's been a minute, but I've been here. I just haven't been active in calling and stuff. But
pretty sure.
When I was thinking about the very first interview, I went back yesterday. The very first interview they did with Katie, and Chris. You know, they were people keep talking about. I went in and woke him up, which is an action that you actually do,
Right.
you know. But then if you listen to that video, I tried to find the complete video this morning, and someone had chopped it up, and I hadn't been able to find it. But they said, she also says that morning he was happy, you know. So to me, it's like, okay, if they didn't do something with him, allegedly, you know, if that thump was somebody like at his window, say for instance,
right,
when they had found his window open, they would have had it been locked.
You would think.
From the inside.
You would think.
You
right?
know, they could have closed it, right? But see, nothing's been said about that. Was his window open? Was
So
it,
rude.
you know?
Right.
To me, I mean, it's heartbreaking because this young boy could be with somebody that is, you know, like they were saying a few nights ago, kids can get on the internet, parents don't have a clue, they're clueless. And just because, you know, they think he's special, you know, he's special needs or he's got autism, doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You know, these kids are very smart, and all it takes is another kid to show them how to do it. And that's it. In school, you know. And I'm sorry, but schools have internet.
CJ died.
They just block certain apps or certain, you know, certain channel, you know, what's the word I'm thinking about? You know, internet addresses. They put blocks on them. But there's ways around it. And kids are smart, you know.
Right.
They're teaching them in school how to get around that and stuff.
Right.
But to me, you know, what if he did meet somebody and they did come to his house? You know.
Yeah, but I mean, if he met
this-
somebody, wouldn't they have found him by now? Or I mean, where did he meet him at to give him the information about where to come get him at? Because there's got to be a digital trail to that. You know what I mean? At this point, there would have to be a digital trail of somebody hitting him up or him hitting somebody up to pick him up, because where else would it happen at?
Well, sadly, that's the one, you know, they're keeping so many things so close to the vest that we don't know.
Right.
And the thing is if he did meet somebody, you know, what if it was a pedophile, you know?
Right.
Something that was just taking him away, you know, I mean, God forbid. But that kind of stuff happens. And, you know, I don't mean to be, you know, judgmental with the mother and Chris, you know.
Right.
But it doesn't, but that kind of behavior and the shit that they're doing, you know, it just looks terrible. I mean, it comes off as being uncaring, you know.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm not trying to say that they aren't, you know, they don't care, because they could be, you know, completely innocent in all of this, you know, but the behavior, even as a mother, you know, that's the thing that kills me. You got not only just a child, you got a special needs child that can't really fend for them. It's not that he can't fend for himself. I'm sure he could in some ways. But for as long as he's been gone, either he's with somebody that's taking care of him, or they just haven't found him yet. And I'm interested to find out this, you know, the human remains that they found yesterday.
Yeah, somebody keeps saying it's a male, but show me where it says a male at. Because I can't find
that anywhere.
I find it being a male. The shoestring Nichols guy was a male, yeah, 100%. But this one absolutely doesn't tell you whether it was a female or male from anything that I've researched. And I've been researching.
I even logged into their Facebook. You signed into their Facebook
doesn't tell
account
you on
for
this,
that.
and this
sheriff's
body was
office.
found yesterday, by the way. It wasn't found today. It was found yesterday on Sunday.
Well, I think the reason why they called somebody out there to examine it is because it's skeletal remains.
Yeah,
that's it. Period. So
would it really be to that point now?
Oh yeah, who Sebastian? That was him. Absolutely.
I mean, it's 43 days. So I don't think it's him.
It would be.
I personally don't think it's him, but I've seen, people insinuating
they're
as if
actually-
it was, and I wanted to show people, look, this is how far it is. It's 427 miles out of Hendersonville, going past Knoxville. It's up by Johnson City, so
I mean, all due respect to Seth and the family, but if they're looking for anything, they're looking for skeletal remains because it's been this long, and if he's in the element.
I think they're looking for him alive. I mean, there's no sign of him.
No, I'm just saying
even happening.
No, if something had happened to him, that's what they would have to be looking for.
It's like no sign of a crime scene. No, nothing. They don't have anything to go off of. Nothing.
I mean, there's a part of me that prays that there's somebody has him and or holding him for whatever reason, But at the same time, if he has been taken, and this remains are his, I'd rather than be him and Seth finally know where his son is, versus him being gone forever and not be able to find him.
We'll see how it is, Donna. We'll see what it ends up being. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for being a voice for Sebastian. It's nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. It's it's been very busy, but thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
I hate to see what's going to be like when Idaho 4 comes in. I'll have to send you a carrier pigeon with a message.
Oh God, yeah, that's 2025.
So, but anyway, you have a good night.
You too, Donna.
Good talking to you too.
Nice talking to you. Lock your doors. Good phone call. Somebody said Trev Tom says it's a male, an adult male. Well, there was an adult male found in Tennessee. Forget the last something shoestring Nichols. That's what I do know. There was a male in Tennessee. We know that, but this one doesn't say if it's a male or not. But I'll check on that. I'm gonna keep checking around. 570, you're on the show. Talk. 570, can you hear me? Okay. 801, what's going on? You're live.
Hi there.
How you doing?
How are you? Yeah. I was watching you earlier on your when you're talking to the spirits on the other channel. And I know you're a spiritualist. I know you believe in God.
Right.
So, and God sees all.
Absolutely.
And I truly believe that body that they found was not Sebastian.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
I truly believe that from seeing with what the other mediums were talking about, he's still up at that pond that they searched with the dog when the dog had a hit on the
retention pond.
Well, whatever it was,
they emptied that bad boy out. From what I've heard, they emptied it all the way out.
Well, I don't know if it was a retention pond or not. If it had geese around it, and because the boy was saying that there was, he saw geese and nests and feathers and a lot of Camel cigarette butts.
Well, I don't know what pond you're talking about at all. I have no idea.
Well, these might be the ones that were behind the school. I don't know, like you said, if they searched those or, up in the woods.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So
I'm not sure about that.
But they said that he's halfway in and halfway out the water, and that he's in. Somebody that I guess that's on one of these platforms here actually passed them. They said.
Well, if they know the location, why don't they go out there and show everybody? That's just my thought. When you're telling me that somebody knows the location, I'm like, damn, why don't they just fly out there and go take them right to the spot?
I wish they would.
I mean, what's going on? If he's right there, like somebody's claiming it, and it's a psychic saying he's right here, why don't they go out there and show these people, hey, he's right here? It'd be a lot easier. That's my thoughts
if I
when
had
you
to,
tell me that.
yeah.
That's my thoughts when you tell me that. I'm like, why doesn't this psychic just show up to the location and show them right there that he's there? Because then rumors like this wouldn't be flying around, you know? That's my personal thought about it.
Well, this isn't the first time I've heard this, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Just
I've heard it. I mean, like I said, you know, I feel so strong. I've never felt so strongly about this in my whole life, you know, and I truly believe, you know, in what the spirits say. I mean, you know, even God and Jesus were spirits. So
absolutely. But no, I'm
know,
saying in general, for psychics are like, man, I know right where he's at. Well, why don't we show up and pull up out there and show them right where they're at, or right where Sebastian is, if that's the case? That's just how I look at it sometimes, because it's like, damn, if you know where he's at, then you're holding out. Well, what's going on?
Well, all I know is that she said that the divers were so close. You know, if they had just went a little bit further, that, you know, they could have found him, and that, you know, he's in between some bushes, that he's, you know, halfway in the water and halfway out, you know, and
what's
if
the
you
name of
go
the
in
pond?
between these, she didn't say the name of the pond, because I guess there's quite a few ponds.
It just piques my interest when she says, well, they dove right by him, but what is the name of the pond? I wish I knew the name of it. Get some people over there.
Well, I guess it's whatever pond that the divers were in, and that the dog, I guess she mentioned the dog, that the dog actually had a hit, you know, when they were just brushing it off as it was nothing.
I'm saying we'll fly her in, Lily. Whoever it is, if the psychic knows exactly where they're at, shit, we don't mind. We'll come up, we'll fly her in there. I
hope she's hearing this and listening to your podcast.
I'm serious. I'm not even joking. We'll fly her in there. If she knows exactly where he's at and she can't afford it, and that's the issue, I mean, we could get that done. No problem whatsoever. If you know where Sebastian is, then we want to get you out there to where he's at.
I would love, I would love to. I just want this poor child found.
I'm just saying. I mean,
you know, I just want, you know, he wants to be found.
Yes. I mean, we want him to be found. We don't know where he's at. We don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know anything. We just know that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing, day 43, with no sign of him being anywhere. There's been possible sightings that ended up one of them panning out to be nothing. That was confirmed tonight, which was the Speedway one. So that's confirmed.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know, then you got this body, which I don't think it's connected to him whatsoever. And it doesn't, I do see people saying that this person is a male that they found, but I can't find anything about it being a male, this body was found yesterday on Sunday, by the way. So I don't know what it is, but I appreciate you calling in. Again, if you talk to that psychic and she says she knows where it's at, you know, tell her we'll fly her in there to, you know, help him find her. Find him right away. Go to take him to the pond.
Yeah, I will definitely, because I mean, you know,
seriously,
so far 5 of them have been adamant about this. And,
I'm serious.
You know, I had to write down their damn names.
Yeah,
and,
if they know where it's at, go back, you know, track your history down, go back to them, let them know. We'll fly them right on in to where this pond is. What's going on? I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. You make sure you lock them doors too. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Where those psychics at? You know where the pond is? We'll get you in there. We'll get you in there. You said Speedway was debunked. Absolutely. Speedway was debunked tonight. In fact, they know that was not him. That's what I heard with my own ears. So 518. What's going on? You're live.
T-Rev, it's Michelle.
570. What's going on? You're live. 518. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm
I can
echoing.
hear you, but I'm echoing. All right, hold on. On your end. Is that better? Nope. I can hear you. Is that better?
Every
No
time
better.
I talk, I'm
Every
hearing
time I
myself.
talk, I'm hearing myself.
Okay, now is that work?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Is that better?
Yes, it's way
Okay,
better.
well, I'm calling from New York, so it's probably, and I'm out here in the middle of the city between all these buildings.
No, you're good now. You sound good now.
I've been trying to call through. This is what I think, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So she had like this really fun day, whatever, his best day of his life. He was all happy. She accounted for every little move of that day and the Colosso, popcorn, all this, right? But then, as soon as they left the restaurant, it ended. He just went home and went right to bed, right? This is what I think. I think that mother-in-law met her. I don't think that it was Chris that met her because, you know, I think with the two phones being pinging with the law enforcement, they would be able to easily find that out. But if they had a burner phone, right, because you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
The mother-in-law has that. She meets up with her halfway in between going home, drops off Sebastian and says, Mom will be with you whenever. Now the stepmom or the mother-in-law has him, right? Now she goes home. She's talking to Chris Proudfoot for 3 hours on the phone, right? And that time frame, I think that this mother person of Chris met up with Chris and they did something with him.
So mom met up with Chris and they did something with him allegedly is what you're thinking?
Yeah, because of course law enforcement, FBI and all that is going to be like, who are they going to look to first?
Right.
Of course, Katie and Chris, right? But, and then in the morning, right? And then on top of this one, in the morning, Chris showed up at the house with Chris at the wife's house, Katie's house. It was him, it was the mother-in-law, and it was, now where did she come about? Because she was at the house in the morning when the police got there.
Yeah.
And if it was in the morning, you know what I mean? Like this mother-in-law, I think she plays a bigger part in all this than what we all think. And we're all focused on Chris. You know what I mean? And not so much on the, like I hear through the different podcasts a little bit here and there about the mother-in-law.
Right.
But I'm saying that mother-in-law is connected to this. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I mean? And here's the other thing. All of us moms out there with all of us with children, we would go to ends of earth for our children. We wouldn't be like going off and staying somewhere else. Like say, how about if this mother-in-law has Sebastian at a secret location, right? Well, Katie is with Chris in, where is it? Memphis, right? How about during the day? How about if she's connecting with Sebastian? Do you know what I mean? At a secret location where nobody knows, because you, right, been getting pictures and stuff of through that one caller. I don't know. She's been sending you pictures, and they've been leaving. Right? They've been leaving.
You're talking about Nancy
she loses them. Right. How about if Katie's like driving off to go and see Sebastian at the secret location when the mother-in-law has him or whatever? Because to me, why would Katie be there?
Right.
It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. And what they're saying is now they're selling the home. Like, who does that? I mean, if your son is out there missing and you're selling the house and you're not there, what's he going to do? Come home to nobody? Like, that don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
I think that she's out there for a reason. And I think it's because they're hiding Sebastian out there somewhere from Seth. Because they're jealous and they're crazy people. They're crazy. But that's all I really wanted to say is because everybody's focusing so much on Chris, right? Yeah, I definitely think Chris is involved, but Chris has got to have
coverage by saying, well, I was at work with St. Jude. Well, yeah, you could have been doing that, but where was your mother? Nobody has said. But the mother comes and shows up in the morning for the search, or when the police and the, and all that got to the house.
Right.
And why?
Didn't they pull up on some YouTubers?
Huh?
Didn't they pull up on some YouTubers?
Yeah, right. And yeah. Remember when JLR was in the development, like driving around, and that and they followed them out,
absolutely,
right? And her husband or boyfriend got out of the car, and they were taking pictures of JLL's car, right? I think that mother. I think the mother and her boyfriend, or that guy that was in the car, play a big role in all this. Now, that guy, I don't know who he was, but because also think about this, T-Rev, right? You remember Nina, the ex-wife?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
She said that the mother and that the family that's connected to Chris is absolutely crazy. And they were following her around. And on top of it, she had the baby.
Yeah.
Her baby. I forget the baby's name. What's the baby's name?
Which baby?
Oh my God. Nina's baby. What's the Nina's baby's name?
Remember her name?
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's it. I know it when I hear.
Well, Chris.
Faith. Whoa, selling the house. That's what we're hearing, April. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, listen. So now Chris's mother had Faith that whole entire time, because that's what Nina was saying. Nina was saying that the mother had her baby. I just think that, and so that's why I connected the mother to Sebastian. I mean, I don't know. It's just that I hear everybody going after Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they are.
And this mother, huh?
I know a lot of people are. A lot of people are going after them.
Right. And I think the mother and that guy, whoever that man was in her car that day, because Dolly also was in that development, and they were following Dolly in that development. But the whole thing to me is, why would they be at her house?
Right.
That's what catches me, is why would they be at her house while she's not there and she's with Chris out in Memphis? That's the only odd thing that I don't know, but I just figured I'd call in.
It is odd.
With a different, huh?
No, I mean, it is odd. And why would they be pulling up on people like that? It is odd.
Yeah.
My opinion.
And if we go back to Nina's story, okay, her awful story, his mother and the family was so involved in that whole situation that, like, most families aren't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I find it so far stretched. It's unbelievable.
I know that
I know
Seth was contacting tonight, and this is a little bit off of what you were saying, but to check to see if those clothes were accounted for that he was wearing that night.
Oh yeah. I saw that off the Pascal show. Yeah, I was there listening too, and then as soon as they got off, I jumped over to yours.
Yeah, I was listening. I checked. I was listening also, and I heard them say that they're checking to see if those clothes were accounted for.
I know, that was a really good lead. I really thought that was. Yeah, I hope so too. But we're gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully, law enforcement will contact him and let him know something, because I feel so bad for him. I tell you, whenever that man talks, my heart just totally cries out for him. I could not imagine. And you can tell he's so genuine. Really, T-Rev. He speaks right from his soul. And I just feel like sometimes I get all choked up sitting there, listening to him talk. I'm like, oh my God, this man is going to get me in my feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's sad because he's just on a mission to find out where his son is.
And I don't think that body that was found was him. Because I think that he's very much, I think he is very much alive, but he's in a location that the mother knows, this mother-in-law, and Chris. I think that whole family, I think he is alive,
being moved
but I think they're keeping him from, because they're jealous, right? Because he was getting ready to even go and live with Steph, right?
for the summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He enrolled him in school, not only for the summer, but you want to say that he was going to go and stay with him for good because he's going to enroll him in school.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want, I don't think that Chris even wanted him around, but I don't think that Katie could fully give Sebastian up entirely.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Because they're control freaks. They sound like they're control freaks. The whole clan.
That's what it came off to me like, in my opinion, but hey, who knows? Yes, maybe the.
So we'll just have to see what happens. But I'm so glad I got through. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, Michelle. We appreciate you. God bless you. Lock your door. Stay vigilant. And thank you for being a voice for Sebastian here tonight. We appreciate you. Shout out to her. Good phone call. Again, day 43. No sign of Sebastian Rogers. Grainy footage that Seth's seen. Only footage that Seth's seen that he knows is Sebastian Rogers is that Texas Roadhouse footage. Now, he did say tonight that he was checking with TBI to see if those clothes were accounted for, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is a very important detail to know if those clothes are accounted for. Were the clothes he was wearing that night accounted for? Great question. A lot of you have been asking that question for several. Tons of you have. 870, you're on the show. Talk to me.
T-Rev, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Hanging in there, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got a question for you.
What's going on?
My theory, man, is if you remember right, let's go back about 4 or 5 weeks.
Yes, sir.
One of the first 2 interviews, if I'm not mistaken, they said that there were cameras in the house and the cameras were not working at the time, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
You remember that?
I remember something like that, yes, but I don't know if it was the first, second interview. I'm just trying to remember back because I've watched
it was early. It was early.
It was very early, right? Like March 4th early?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, at the same time, everybody in the neighborhood was having problems with their cameras that night. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody had any camera footage or nothing, right?
No camera footage that I know of besides, I mean, that one seeing him, that's allegedly him taking the trash out.
What do you think about 9, 10, 11 o'clock, a mini EMP put all the electronics out?
Putting all the
temporarily.
A mini what?
EMP.
EMP.
It scrambles your electronics.
So
puts your electronics out of service.
No, I mean I get what you're saying, but where are you going with this?
That's why nobody has any footage.
Interesting. So a mini EMP.
Katie got a hold of a mini EMP, which shut down everybody's cameras long enough for her to get rid of Sebastian.
Somebody just
if she did.
Interesting. I haven't heard.
And I also think Krista's mom might be involved as well, because she's not being looked at hard. She needs to be looked at. Easy for her to help. She's real close, and she's already helped the son previously with the ex-wife. Why wouldn't she do it again?
Yeah.
With no repercussions.
I don't know. You're talking about, okay, so people are saying a jammer, EMP. I know, I see you guys in chat. I mean, are they mapping that out? Is that the plan?
I don't know. I haven't even heard of it from anybody.
Me neither. This is the first I'm hearing it too. I'm like, what?
I mean, dude, I watched 24 back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm like, what? Damn.
It's possible that a mini EMP, take out a small radius. With her being military and her having that kind of background in the military, she would know what she was doing. Electronic specialist, I believe.
Yeah, I have no idea about that. I mean, you go on with that, man. EMP, damn. I mean, army shit going on. What's going on?
Man, shoot, you never know, dude. You never know.
Beats me. All I know is it's day 43 and there's no sign of this boy nowhere. That's what I do know.
Amen. Amen.
So, I mean, as far as the EMP,
I mean,
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know if that's what they're using.
I mean, come on, man. They just like Seth said the other night on Pascal. Did he float away? Yeah, you know, does he have Yoda powers now? Like he was saying, come on, something would have come up by now. He went out the garage, man.
Everybody keeps talking about this garage too.
Because with the garage door shut, you can't see what's going on in it. All you can see is a car leaving. You're not going to see Sebastian because he's laying in the back seat unalive. You know what you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And she supposedly left early in the morning to go look for him. Did she actually leave early in the morning to go and transport the body to the mother-in-law to transport the body to Chris?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, good
because I mean, man, you know, in this day and age, you set your cell phone to auto answer.
Yeah, but if they're transporting like that, right? Wouldn't there be some trace of evidence at least? If they're transporting a body, I mean, you're talking blood. In case you know, suffocated them or something.
If you suffocate him,
Allegedly.
there's no blood, there's no nothing.
Again, there's no
hide?
charges on anybody. Nobody's a suspect that we know of right now, at least to
you're absolutely right.
So I got to put that out there, but
speculations, absolutely.
I mean, I get that.
I mean, you know, she left. What did she really go look for Sebastian, or was she doing the dirty deed? And as far as even if they went and looked at his cell phone, see where his cell phone was pinging, you set your cell phone to auto answer. Anybody calls that phone's going to answer by itself, whether you're there to answer it or not.
Right.
That phone could have sat in the motor coach or the trailer the whole time and him not even be there. Who's to say mom didn't go pick him up? Because, you know, from what I understand, in Tennessee, they're not allowed to do the construction on Sunday at the house. So he had all day Sunday off. He's right there with mama. So
I don't know, man. They said they cleared him though. They said that they cleared him, or not they, but Chris said on national television that he didn't have to take a lie detector test because of where he was at the time, and he was at the job.
Chris also said on national television that he took a lie detector test.
Did he?
He did.
He said he would take one.
He said he did take one, and he said everybody took one, and everybody was cleared.
No, he said that on Facebook. He said on national television that he didn't have to take a lie detector test because he was cleared by law enforcement. They said he wasn't at the spot at the time, or that
You're right.
The location that he was in. You know, they didn't need him to take a lie detector test because they knew where he was at. So indicating that a camera showed where he was at during that time. That's kind of what he indicated on that Nancy Grace interview.
Could be, yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
But you are right about him saying on Facebook that he did take a lie detector test as far as the screenshots that were sent to me right after the Nancy Grace interview.
Absolutely.
So you are right about that. I think you just got the parts mixed up, which it's all right because there's a lot of information in this case, a lot of nonsense too. But
I mean, just in the Nancy interview alone, 5 lies she caught him in.
He said he did.
Just that interview alone.
I thought he said he did. Yeah.
And you want me to believe something that came out of his mouth?
I know that dude said on Facebook that he did say he took one. So, and that they both passed
Absolutely he did.
And he did say they both passed it. And then somebody from the Rev Gang messaged him. Somebody from the Rev Gang messaged him, and he said he even responded to them and said that he was, or now that TBI was setting one up for him now, which I don't know what that came, what came from that, but that's what he said to somebody in the Rev Gang also.
I think he's been quiet all of a sudden because he's lawyered up. That's why he can't take one, because his lawyers advised him not to.
I didn't hear that.
And his lawyers advised him to sit back and shut his mouth.
Somebody in chat did say, yes, he did. He told another YouTube guy that he took one. Okay, I did not hear that one. I didn't hear that one. Angel Knox. I definitely didn't hear that one. Said Chris is a liar. Yeah, I don't know where he said it on YouTube, but allegedly he did. Man, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, brother. Man, this is a crazy case. I don't know about the EMP, but you never know.
Man, dude, yeah, I've seen a lot crazier come out of this case.
You never know, brother. You really never know. Keep your
Have a good night, Trev.
God bless you, brother. Shout out to you. Stay vigilant, lock your doors. 219-885-9693, day 43. Still no signs of Sebastian Rogers. People got this body thing flying around. And again, this is way 4 hours and 37 minutes out the way. Again, 4 hours and 37 minutes out the way. I don't think that body has anything to do with Sebastian Rogers. It doesn't say if it was a guy or a woman. It just says body found yesterday on Sunday. 214, you're in the door. Talk to me.
Hey, T-Rev, what's up?
How are you doing?
Good. I haven't talked to you in a while. Anyhow, I was just calling about the security system thing.
Okay.
I know that, like, whenever, and I've been thinking about this. Am I echoing?
No, you're good.
Okay. Whenever my security system goes offline or there's a power outage, all my sensors are on batteries, and they still will send information to the main box, like, oh, the living room detected movement, or the front door was open and locked, or So if Sebastian opened up a door in the middle of the night, even if supposedly it was offline or wasn't working, they would still have that information, I would think, saying that the door was locked or was opened at this time or closed at this time. I don't know. Unless the main box is like the batteries went dead in it. You know what I mean? So,
I think so.
I'm just that. I mean, you would think they would have got that information a long time ago, though.
Right.
And with her working for Brinks, it's like her system was conveniently down that night. I don't think we know that 100%, but it's just suspicious. But like, even we didn't have power for days at my house. And because it was so cold here, I'm in Texas, and it froze, and they sent an alert to the cops came out to our house. We weren't here, but came to our house because they told them that it was so cold that it could be deathly to us in our home.
Interesting.
They were like, it's so cold. It was whenever Texas had that huge freeze several years ago, but they came out and it alerted the cops that someone could be in our house and it's too cold for us to be here,
Crazy. Too cold.
Yeah, it was too cold. It was like minus something. It was freezing and it was icing, and our power went out and we left, But
crazy.
And also, like, my kid is on the spectrum, and he's 8 years old. So, and he will run out of the house, like, if he gets really upset, he will, without his shoes on, but he'll go just maybe 3 or 4 houses down and just sit on the curb. Like, he would never go further than that. And he's only 8, but, he will do that when he gets mad. And, I'm always keeping, my eye on him the whole time, just putting on my flip-flops, running down the street, but he will do that. But whenever he gets so upset, he screams. There's no way that a kid on the spectrum would be somewhere, like, say, if someone had him, and not be quiet. I mean, my kid will yell. I mean, I'm sure the neighbors, whenever my kid gets upset, he will scream and yell and bang on the windows. And, you know, he has meltdowns, huge meltdowns.
Wow.
So, you know, and it's just, he just gets upset and he just can't verbally tell me what's going on. And he can't get it out, and he'll just scream, you know? Yeah, it's pretty wild, you know? So, but it is what it is, you know? But I'm hoping that he's found, you know, and safe, and, you know, it's been a lot of days, so it's scary.
The hell is posting this? What's going on here? T-Rev literally reading the news article from today. This is Dirty Socks and Stankfoot's media manager. Like Tim Mullen in the Summer Wells case. What? Trying to cover for them? Same Austin that's been in here. Who we talking about? This person on the screen? I don't know what this. What? I'm a little bit lost, but okay. A little bit lost. Had to check.
I don't know.
I was like, what was that?
That's okay. I was hoping maybe in this search they would find Summer. You know?
3 years.
Because that's just a whole nother mystery. That is just so sad.
3 years, nothing.
She was on the spectrum too, you know? So it's
Can't
just
believe they haven't
unfortunate.
found her to this day either. I remember when that was first. I remember Upchurch coming out and talking about that case first. That's where I first seen it, and then I seen more and more and more and more. So it's like, whoa, very convenient.
I mean, and with all their lies, the parents they got caught in so many lies, and there's still nothing has been done. So it makes me think, oh my God, we're catching all these parents, you know, in these little, you know, these little fibs that they keep screwing up on. And it's like, is anything going to be done to them? Because nothing was done to Summer's parents, except for her boys were taken away. That's it.
You're welcome, V. Yeah, it's this case just doesn't make no sense to me so far. I mean, it's just the way that things transpired the night that he went missing. It's just like what makes sense more than him being abducted if there's no crime scene at this house? Or
my kid would never run out of the house unless he was like just really upset. And it takes a lot to get him really upset. But whenever he does, he will. And I don't think he would do it at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do not think he'd run outside at night. I think he would be too scared.
Yeah, I don't know who they're talking about.
Anyhow, all right. Somebody's getting on you.
No. I don't know who the hell or what that post is about. I'm lost. I don't know who they're talking about within the chat or what, but I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. God bless you, man. Thank you for being a voice for Sebastian too. And hopefully not only Summer Wells is found and Sebastian Rogers is found, but hopefully everybody who was missing is starting to be found, because there's a lot of people missing out of this area. A lot.
That's sick. Yep.
A lot.
Everywhere.
It blew my mind when I seen the list. God bless you, man. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Make sure you stay vigilant and lock your doors.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Shout out to her. 219-85-9693 as we still cover this case around the clock with barely any leads whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that Speedway footage has been debunked. The Speedway site Sebastian Rogers has been debunked. 914, you're in the door. Talk to me.
Hey, T-Rev. Thanks so much for having me on. It's Ann. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Just, talking to you folks tonight around about some of this information that is coming out, which isn't much, but we do know that Speedway footage debunked. We heard that from Seth tonight. And then Seth, we know he's checking on the last pair of clothes that Sebastian was seeing in to see if they were accounted for. So I'm glad.
Yeah, and I seem to remember like hearing this a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, now it's been a while. And I've been really praying that kind of Seth calms down with the interviews, to be honest. Because I was going through some of them just trying to get updates on, was that dash cam footage a rumor or was that said? Because I'm sure you heard it, where they said that there was footage and verification that he did come home. from Texas Roadhouse. So like they knew he had returned to the house, which is why they established that as the last known, sorry, I just worked 12 hours, so my brain's a little fried.
Oh, no, you're good.
As the last known location. Like they made it sound like it wasn't just the mom's word,
Right.
So when I was trying to go through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's really a lot. Like a lot. But I just wanted to say, thank you for letting everybody have a chance to speak. But let's remember there's a lot of people, y'all, that, I've noticed a couple of people in chat, and we don't see everybody in chat. Like me, I listen a lot and I don't get to come in and show support that often.
Right.
But they've had their kids missing. They have autistic children of all different levels. And it is very sensitive when we compare like our, experiences with it with everybody's.
Right.
So, and I'll just say real quick that, I used to roll my eyes and not really understand the high functioning and kind of think everybody was the same with it until I had a child that was actually the one that would become nonverbal, and it just changed my whole outlook. And you would be shocked with some things that these kids do.
Right.
That you as a parent would never expect them to do. And that's why there's so much therapy and parent training that goes into it. And they changed the criteria for autism to be very, very blatant now.
Right.
You have to, they made it very clear you have to have all three to be diagnosing autism, because the spectrum has become very broad. And while that may seem beautiful, it kind of causes a lot of confusion at the same time. So that's why they updated that DSM-5, because they're very known to freeze and, oh, what are you doing awake? I woke up with my big mouth. And well, that's just all I really wanted to say is my heart goes out to everybody, and prayers to Seth and everybody. And, let's just remember it's real life, it's real life.
It is real life. That's for damn sure. The remains, hold on.
But I'm being beckoned, so I finally get through. And the baby had my big mouth. I didn't even realize I walked right in past his nursery.
People keep saying the remains were said by Trev Time that they were a male adult, but it does say that actually. I am looking at Trev Times. It says I have heard from the families of both girls, and they've told me this and posted publicly. The remains are believed to be of a male adult. Believed to be of a male adult. We'll find out though. It does say that though.
Yeah.
I see the people that are saying that in chat. I just went and looked at that, and he says that. I see what he's saying, and I appreciate you guys letting me know that believed to be a male adult. That I don't know.
Well, all we can do is pray, right?
I'm glad for people telling me that though.
And for whoever it is. It's somebody.
It's somebody. It's somebody that lost their life tragically somewhere. I mean, I don't know if it's a homeless person. I don't know who it is, but it is. They're saying that it's possibly a male adult. So again, I don't
Wait,
know.
is this a new one?
This was found. No, this was again right here. According like SCSO human remains found on property in Kingsport. Now, when you listen to the news clip, it says that this body was found yesterday, or remains were found yesterday. So it was on Sunday that the remains were found. They're reporting on it today, and there's not really information on it. And this site definitely didn't say a male or female. It just said that the deputies and William L. Jenkins Forensic Center investigating it. So we'll see what comes of it, but I definitely don't think it's Sebastian. But multiple people were hitting me up about it. I even read it earlier on my other stream when I was on before anybody even covered it. So I was like, yeah, I don't know.
No, I had heard of it earlier. Well, if you can, I know things get busy. There's a lot of these cases, unfortunately, it seems these days, but maybe, try to find out just who it was, because you never know.
Yeah, I like triple tasking, looking at chat, checking emails, Twitter, and talking on the phone at the same exact time. Love doing that. But yeah, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Multitasking keeps the brain going. It really does.
It does. It does keep my
But
brain going. But it's all right. I'm good
God
with it.
bless T-Rev. You hang in there and remember, say our prayers and let's just remember to humble ourselves a little bit, guys. Not you. I'm just saying because we laugh.
Everybody,
and,
including myself.
Yeah.
Just like earlier with the thing with Jaden, that was being reported that he had a gun or pulled a gun, and shame on that for the guy for saying that happened. And he called into this show, I think it was Friday night or Saturday night, or no, it was Friday night, about Saturday morning, or at 12 p.m. he was doing this repent Chris stuff, and people had came into the Discord and were like, man, he pulled out a gun, but come to find out, a lot of it was their Seth is saying no gun was pulled, and Jaden himself. So I don't know that saying somebody pulled out a gun is like, to me, a gun being pulled like this, and there was just no evidence of him pulling out a gun. So again, after me,
you just gotta pray for the people that do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That exaggerate. It really, it's sad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is.
I should have did my due
But I'm
diligence
praying for you, and I know you're gonna do well. So
always
throughout all this,
thank you.
Your music is awesome, and thank you again. I'm so happy I got through.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime.
Take care, and God bless everybody.
Lock your doors before you go to bed, all right? Stay vigilant.
All right.
Shout out to her. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Yes, we're in the building tonight. So this was weird. I mean, again, this is weird. They don't even say. You get more news from YouTubers. I'm just saying, you get more news than you do anywhere else, I feel like, right now. You find out about if it's a male or female before the damn news can tell you. 616, you're in the mix. What's going on?
Hey, T-Rev, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself, sweetheart?
I'm hanging in there too. Hey, there's been quite a bit of chatter about the tree line behind the RV. What is it? The Yogi Bear RV site. There's like a tree line back there in some woods. Do you think maybe they're staying there so they can keep an eye on who might go back there or not go back there, or if they're getting close or not close?
What about you said the Yogi Bear campground? What are they staying there for? What?
So they can keep an eye on things, because what if he's in that tree line behind the RV park?
Interesting.
I mean, Nancy Drew's been on the case for us. I mean, she's been like right there, right? And but if you notice in some of her videos, there's like a huge tree line behind the whole park. So did they go there so they can like keep an eye on things to see, who's poking around or what? Or I don't know. It's just a crazy thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Now,
I mean, that'd be pretty wild. But are you getting laundry vibes here?
I know we're grasping at straws here, but what else can we do right now? With nothing to go on.
I mean, okay, let's just put it this way. You got one person, right? You got one person who is showing their face everywhere to try to find their son, and then you got two other people who were, allegedly the last two, or not the last two, but I mean Katie, the last one to see him alive and be with him, but nothing. You aren't hearing anything. They're not at a visual. You don't see him at visuals. I don't care who likes who and who likes what. This is a vigil for Sebastian. Nope. And they weren't there. It's just, it's super weird. It's super weird to me.
It is.
It just doesn't sit right in my heart when you look at it.
I mean, it just makes me think like that poor kid was in that RV, and now he was trucked back to that same RV park. I don't know. It's just, it's crazy.
It just doesn't make sense, though. Again, it doesn't make sense why they're out handing out flyers. They're out doing this, that, and the third. And then they picked up and left 241 miles away from where he allegedly walked off. So, again, 241 miles away. And people been sending in all types of footage that are riding by there. I'm starting to like, damn, chill, guys. You're stalking a little bit. But, people are really riding by there and zooming in. And it's like, okay, I get it, but don't get too wild out here.
I mean, did she take off the flyers off the side of her car to get it damn washed? Or
That's
what?
what somebody
come
told
on.
me.
Are you serious?
Somebody told me that they
put them back on.
it was Nancy Drew that said I'm calling her Nancy Drew. She
I love it.
She said she took the flyer. She took the flyer off the vehicle.
Yeah, unbelievable to me. I'm telling you, if that was
me neither.
I have a special needs son with Down syndrome, and if this was my kid missing, nobody would stand in my way to do anything. Like I heard just one person say, I would burn the ground from one end of the United States back to the other to find that kid. I don't get it. Where's this? I mean, she's like has no mother intuition whatsoever. She has nothing about her that screams mother. You know what I mean? Unless you use the F word after that, but you know. But yeah. I just wonder if he's like laying back there in the woods or something and they're right there with him, but nobody knows that they are and keeping an eye on him so nobody actually finds him. Who knows? Just a food for thought.
It's not right. None of this is right.
Crazy.
It just it's rubbing me the wrong way. This case is.
You know, I told my mom about this case today because
It is.
everybody in my family just absolutely loves my son. And I showed her pictures and we started crying at the table. So when we had dinner tonight, she prayed for him at dinner. And that made me cry even more. You know, my mom is 80 years old. She has no idea what YouTube is and whatever. But she took the time at dinner tonight to pray just for Sebastian. And that just made me cry. So sad.
It is.
But anyways. All right, I'll let you go, love, so you can get another call in. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, have a great night, hon.
Thank you. We appreciate your passion. God bless you. Thank you for being a voice here for Sebastian, and keep it going. Keep it going. Everybody keep sharing the live streams that you see, the articles that you see, anything pertaining to Sebastian Rogers or anybody missing at all. Just keep sharing it. Make sure their face is shown. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Stay vigilant and lock your doors. Good phone call from her. 219-885-9693. Can you help us make sense of what's going on here? Do you know the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers that we don't know about? Let us know. 917 sent from heaven. What's going on? You're live.
Oh, hey. How you doing, T-Rev?
I love your show.
Good, thanks. I'm listening to, I just can't stop listening. But, I was saying like the other woman says, I have a grandson who's on the spectrum.
Yes, ma'am.
These children, I'm sorry?
I said, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And these children that are kind of autistic, because they're on the spectrum, they're they're functionable, but they're not full autistic. But he is deathly afraid. Like he clings to my daughter's side. He would never, ever walk out of the house, ever, by himself. So all this is BS. And then, I was also looking at their house listing on Zillow. And there's a room upstairs that looks... did they check that house?
Did they check what house? The house that Sebastian...
Their house that's up for... The house that's for sale now.
I haven't seen the house for sale, but when it comes to the house, allegedly, if you watch the Nancy Grace, they said they went through everything.
Yeah, okay. No, the house is online. It's all empty.
Damn, I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, it's on Zillow. If you go on Zillow, there's a couple of pieces of furniture, but it's a beautiful house. And there's a room upstairs that looks like maybe they had an office because there's still a desk there. But there is a storage space there. The door doesn't go down to the floor. The door is like on the wall. And I'm just out of my curiosity, I'm looking, I'm saying, I wonder if they check this whole damn house because there's a lot of floors there. It's not a small house. But I don't know. This whole thing is baffling. It really is baffling. It's so sickening and sad and just their actions just show that to me that they're guilty. No, but who acts like that are innocent, that don't even cry? I mean, how do you not cry at doing an interview? I just don't get it. I don't know.
Especially with somebody missing that, you think
possibly. Yeah, and an autistic person missing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a regular normal person. It's an autistic kid.
That's right, Matthew.
I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. Somebody who put some who else is missing? I just saw on your thing. Elijah? Who was that? Somebody put up something.
What?
Are you there, darling?
Say what?
Are you there, darling?
Oh, I'm listening to you.
No, somebody
but
just put like,
but about Elijah View, yeah, I posted about him earlier on Facebook. I did see somebody say something in chat about him too.
What was the story about him? I'm so involved with this story that I didn't even hear that. What's with that child?
Elijah View is a 3-year-old little boy that went missing a long time ago. I mean, and the mom sent him over to some boot camp, and he was made to sit in the corner or stand in the corner with a shitty diaper and all that. He was abused bad. So,
oh my God.
And now they can't find no trace of him, and both of those people were locked up. The mom and this guy Jesse Vang. But yeah, it's a crazy story. Crazy story. Yeah. 3-year-old Elijah View still not found. He's missing, just like Sebastian Rogers is, and no sign of him.
Yeah, and I just don't get it, like with these people. If the father wanted to take him for the summer, and I think he did register him for school, which tells me he's taking him longer than the summer. Why would you do something to him? If Chris didn't want her, if it was coming in between your marriage and he didn't want Katie to have this kid, then just let the father have the kid. I just don't get it. And how do they know that he definitely was at his job there? Who said he didn't take another vehicle, drive back, a different vehicle, and then drive back with this kid in it and dump his body somewhere on the way back to, where does he work, Mississippi or something?
Yeah, it is Mississippi that Yogi Bear campground is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know what it is? You're not getting enough information from law enforcement, so you're not sure on what they've checked, what they haven't checked. Have they checked GPSs? Have they checked? You know, so it's just too dark and too baffling. It really is.
Agreed.
Did you say your prayer? Did you say your prayer tonight? Because I didn't. I think because I tuned in too late.
Not yet. Not for the live stream. No.
Oh, okay.
But we will.
You wait for that prayer. I like that prayer.
But we will.
Okay. I'm not going to keep you. I just wanted to say that about, my grandson, that he would never leave my daughter's side. They're too scared, autistic kids, to go out by themselves.
Thank you.
So that doesn't make sense to me. And the shoe thing, why even bring up he didn't have shoe? I mean, all this sucks. It's silly, stupid stuff. Doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm glad I got you on the phone.
Yeah, I'm glad you got on too. How long you been trying to get through?
Oh, you have no idea. It's long, but I just kept redialing. I would wait to hear the other person, hang up.
Yeah, I'm glad you got through. I mean, it takes some people a while, and I had over, what was it, 13,000 phone calls when I looked back the other day. I was like, goodness gracious.
Yeah. No, I don't know how I got through. And that girl that I saw a picture of you, is that a girlfriend or a wife?
You said what?
There's a picture of you. I don't know where I saw it. You and a girl, and somebody goes, "Oh, she's beautiful." His girlfriend or his wife. Yours. I don't know where the hell it was. Where was it? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You must be looking at Facebook.
Blonde. Is she blonde? Your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, I was just gonna say your girlfriend's beautiful. That's all I was gonna say.
No blonde.
Oh, maybe she wasn't blonde. I don't know. I did see a picture. There's a picture of you and her somewhere. I got to find it and send it to you.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but no blonde.
Oh, okay.
No blonde.
I could see how you're saying it.
That doesn't mean I don't like blondes. I'm just saying in general that.
No, because your girlfriend probably isn't blonde, and if she's hearing this, she's probably saying, "Who is that a picture of you with?"
She's probably saying.
So maybe tell her not to go by the hair color. Maybe I got the hair color wrong.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you. I don't. Whenever you find that, I don't know who's blonde, but it ain't that.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. God bless you.
All right, you too.
Lock
Take
your door.
care.
Stay vigilant. Shout out to her. Man, she was like, "Who's your girlfriend?" 219-885-9693. We were talking about Sebastian Rogers. I don't know who that is though. 209. What's on your mind? Talk to me. 209. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, ma'am. You're live.
I am?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Hi, T-Rev.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I just have an something I was just thinking about. I was thinking that maybe the reason why they want to sell the house maybe is because there might be clues of Sebastian's missing there, or maybe he might be buried around there somewhere or something. And that's why they left from there, because then they think that maybe the cops wouldn't be hanging out around there or checking anything out.
It's a good speculation.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's good speculation.
Yeah, and it really just irritates me that neither one of Chris or Katie are even out searching for their child. That really, really upsets me. They should be out there.
It is crazy that they're not at the candlelight vigil. They're not, out there handing out flyers allegedly. I mean, I did see some of I think her name was Melissa Proudfoot. She said that they were handing out flyers at the beginning, keyword beginning. So I don't know what changed from the beginning till now, but beats me.
Yeah. Being your child, you would think you would be out, looking for them. And like Nancy said the other day, taking flyers off of your car of your child that's missing, I don't understand that either.
You never know.
Yeah, but that was just my kind of idea, that I was thinking that the reason why they're away from there is because maybe there's a clue, or maybe something's going on that he might be around there somewhere, and they just don't want anybody around there, cops looking. And
wow, talking about at the Yogi Bear campground.
No, I'm talking about their house.
Oh, their actual house.
Their actual house.
I got you. I thought you were talking about the campground for 1 second.
No, I'm talking about the actual house. The reason why they left there, and that they're thinking about selling it, if they are, who knows, is that maybe there's a clue there of suggestion, or maybe he's, I'd hate to say it, that might be buried around there, or something in there. So they left from there so that the cops wouldn't be searching around that area.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, that's just something I had thought about.
You never know. Honestly, you just never know. This is a a very weird case. You don't know what law enforcement's holding close to their vest. We just know what we can see and what we're hearing from Seth or anybody that speaks out about this case or is part of the search. That's all we know. As far as inside details and what law enforcement is honed in on, we're all clueless. Allegedly, the sheriff's office is running this case and not TBI.
Yeah. And my heart goes out to Seth. I really feel for him, and I truly hope that we can find Sebastian soon. And prayers to everyone out there, and prayers to all the people and all the resources that are out there looking for him right now.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who was out there searching, diving, devoting their time anyway. Well,
devoting their time. Exactly. But that's all I wanted to say. So I will let you go and let somebody else call in.
I couldn't find that either, Michelle. I could not find the property for sale. I could not either. I appreciate you, though. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Revan. You're doing a great job, and I really, really enjoy watching your show.
Thank you. God bless you, ma'am. I appreciate you, too. I enjoy talking to you also. Can't wait to hear from you again. Make sure you lock your
doors. Oh, by the way, I'm from California.
Cali in the building. Make sure you lock your doors and stay vigilant. God bless you.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her. Keep it going. Show must go on. You said the dark side is the best anyhow. Maybe from Docs, the lady says. Trev, I think the last caller was curious about your past. What's your eggplant? Good gracious. 615, you are live. What's going on?
Hey, T-Rev.
How you doing, man?
I'm fine. This is Rose from Nashville.
Rose from Nashville. You were live on the air.
I talked to you before. I was the one raised on the riverbanks in Nashville.
The riverbanks in Nashville. Let's see. What was that, Friday?
No, that was back when they were looking for Riley.
Oh,
but
Riley?
Anyway,
okay, hold up.
Yeah.
It's not Doris, is it?
No, it's Rose.
Rose, okay. I talked to so many people from there during the Riley Strain case. I'm trying to remember. It's probably going to come to light though in a second.
Yeah. I was just thinking, this is another, this is just me thinking to myself again. Do you think, or do you maybe think that they're hiding him because, you know, if he wanted to go live with his dad and they allowed him to do that, she'd be losing child support and any other support she's getting because of his health reasons. And she would have to pay Seth child support.
For the summer?
But as long as, for all the time he wanted to go live with his dad.
Because allegedly it was for the summer is what, what I was told by Seth on the show when I interviewed him. There's an interview that we did with him and he kind of touched up on that saying, yeah, I was just getting them for the summer, man. I was getting them for the summer, had them enrolled in summer school, and that was it. From what he told us.
I thought that he was wanting to go live with his dad all the time. So maybe I was wrong.
No. It's what Seth said when we asked the question, because a lot of people were assuming that he was getting full-time custody, but Seth reiterated on the show that he was just getting him for the summer and he had him enrolled in summer school. But as far as like if she would have to pay him for the summer, I don't know that. That'd be an extra question to ask him.
People do crazy things for money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking they could be hiding him somewhere because they didn't want to have to pay that support because they don't have the money to pay it or whatever, and they know they'll get in trouble. Or maybe they're afraid he's going to fight for custody. Or Chris is just, to me, I had a nephew that was just like Chris. And to this day, my niece's kids are 25 years old, and he still fights her through court for every little thing he can think of.
That's crazy.
And there's no reason for him to do it anymore, but he just does. And they don't live close to each other or have anything to do with each other. But some men are just so angry that they can't let go. And to me, Chris seems like that kind of person because he's identical to the way my niece's husband is, or husband was, or ex-husband. But he fights her for everything, for every dime he can reach back in the past to get, where she didn't pay for a certain doctor bill or whatever, he'll take her to court. But Chris just seems like that kind of person that just is full of that kind of hatred that he don't want to leave he don't want to leave his ex-wife alone. There's no reason for him to act that way, according to her testimony. So, to me, he's not a good person. Now, I don't know whether he's done anything to Sebastian or what. I just live an exit down from where they do. And believe me, they have the police and people. They've just been everywhere, all over this place. And if he's dead, they can't find him. Somebody's hiding him somewhere, either dead or alive.
I don't know why the sheriff has control of this case and TBI doesn't. Because that's what the reports are saying.
I know. I don't have a clue. I have a friend that works at the TBI, but I haven't talked to him in years, so I couldn't call him and ask him. But I know there has to be certain criteria for the TBI to get involved in cases. So I'm just wondering if they hadn't met that criteria yet for him. For right now, he's just missing.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah. But people do a lot of crazy things for money, and if they think they have to pay, I mean, my niece's husband, if he thought he had to pay child support through the summer, he'd take her to court for anything, just to keep from her having them for the summer and that kind of thing, you know. So Chris, to me, is one of those people that just, if he's got hatred for one person like that, then he would have hatred for another person like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, so I think there's a lot of hatred there, and I think he's just trying to do anything he can to punish Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even his wife now. You know, maybe she's done something that he didn't like. He doesn't seem to be a very good person, but who are we to know? But I know one thing, the boy is missing, and I don't believe he walked out of the house. I know that those children with those health problems, that they do get unruly, and they do walk and run away from you, run away from the house or whatever. But I just can't see it in this case. I just can't see him getting out of the house without her, without there being some sign that he got out.
Right. I heard CP.
I've
heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of things from even some close people, but stuff that I won't speak on.
Yeah.
There's some wild stuff. I just hope that he's found. That's all I know, and I hope that the TBI does get involved and gets this out this sheriff's hand, because it seems like nothing's moving with this case. Nothing.
You know, I'm not that familiar with the Hendersonville Police Department like I am the Nashville and the Goodlettsville Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've never had any dealings up there. I mean, I'm up there a lot. Got to go up there tomorrow, for a fact. But excuse me. But I've never had much dealings with them, so I don't know how thorough they are or why they're not as involved as they want to be or need to be.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know much about them, but I know the Nashville police officers, and they're going to get involved, and they're going to get the facts, and they're going to make sure. And the Goodlettsville Police Department too. They get involved, and they find out right away what's going on. So I don't know why the Hendersonville Police Department, and they're supposed to be a really tight police department, but I don't understand that.
Thank you, Janet. Yeah, I don't get it either, and I don't know. I did see a couple posts by some experts talking about it's pretty weird that they reported it to the sheriff and not I forget what exactly it said, but not the police. I'm like, what? Like, what's? And they have full control over the case, allegedly. It's the sheriff's office. That's what I've been seeing post up today. So I'm like, what's going on with that? Was that calculated? Was that calculated?
Where is the police department in that?
I don't know, to be honest with you, but a lot of people are bringing that conversation up lately, or especially today. I've seen a lot of talks of it on X and a lot of talks on it on Facebook, but I'm not understanding, is that calculated on someone's part, or is it just who they decided to hit up?
Well, I know that some of those areas back in there that the police departments are not in charge of. The sheriff's departments are in charge of. I mean, if you call the police from certain places up there, they'll transfer you to the sheriff's department because they have dominion over those places, a lot of those places out there. I know I used to live an exit up from Hendersonville, and we had to call the sheriff because the police wouldn't respond because there's no police department in that area that can go out into the rural areas. So the sheriff covers all that. So I just figure that's why the sheriff's involved, and maybe because they live further out on the rural. I did pass by the road that they lived off of, and it is kind of rural. I didn't go. I was going somewhere else.
Oh, so you live
wouldn't go
pretty
in
close.
there. Oh yeah, I live an exit down about 5 miles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person I think that was who asked that in chat. I just wanted to answer. They said I thought he was going to go live with his dad full time. No, just for the summer. I mean, as Seth said on this show, if you listen to the interview or go back and listen to the interview at some point that we did with him, I actually uploaded it, and he said that Sebastian was going there for the summer, and not only was he going there for the summer, but he had him enrolled in summer school for the summer also. That was just
I
had to
just
let
wondered
Tipsy know
about
that in
that
chat.
because, but you know when people's got to turn loose of some money, even if it's for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
If you're full of hate like they are,
mm-hmm.
they just don't want to do that, and they may be hiding him some. I mean, they're just acting weird.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be hiding him somewhere between here and Memphis, or in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Didn't somebody go to Alaska?
My thing was, if this was a runaway, wouldn't they know if he was in contact with anybody just from his phone or devices at the house? Because I see people insinuating that in chat, but it's like, if that was the case and it was being treated as a runaway, wouldn't they have to? I mean, where's the proof of a runaway? Because he has to have somewhere to go, right? He has to have somebody to meet up with and go to and plan this out with that he's running away with, if he did run away.
And if they have burner phones, they could be in touch with him anytime if he's being hidden.
Yes, kind heart. There was a mention of a life insurance, and Seth actually talked about that too. It was Gerber Life Insurance. Again, Gerber Life Insurance that Seth had. He was talking about it. He talked about that Gerber Life Insurance. Yes, I think it was 10 p.m. But I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. God bless you. I appreciate you having a voice here tonight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Day 43. No sign of him whatsoever. He's been missing since the same time as Madeline Soto. She was found on March 1st. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. No sign of him yet whatsoever. God bless you, ma'am. I hope you have a beautiful night. Stay vigilant and lock your doors. Again, the sighting at Speedway. For people who are curious, maybe you just came in. Again, there was a sighting at Speedway allegedly, but they checked into that. I heard the words come out of Seth's mouth tonight saying that has been confirmed is not Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, by the way. So you seen JLR report on that. Unfortunately, they went and checked it out, and it was not him, but it out. It needed to be checked out. It should be checked out. 512, I'm on with you. Talk to me. 512, can you hear me?
Hello, T-Rev.
Yes, ma'am. Is this ma'am? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You're live. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Hey, so I have a question for you. On another, I can't remember if it was Nancy Grace or another podcast, Seth did mention, in fact, that he was going to get full custody custodial of Sebastian. And I can find it and send it to you. So apparently he was going to go live with him for the summer.
Right.
And then Chris approached him regarding Sebastian living with him full time. Now, Katie apparently probably wasn't aware of it. And then the question was there issues between Chris and Katie? And he didn't really say yes, but he didn't say no. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it does make sense. But
well, I want to know which one's true, right?
It makes sense, but he did say that. Was it the summer? But I'm with you on that. Was it the summer or was it all the way through for good?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, he did say that to me though. He did say that it was only for the summer. So I don't know. Again, there's a lot of confusion surrounding that. Maybe we clear that up here soon. But I know he's tired and sleeping now. But I'll talk to him tomorrow and hit him up. And
understood. I mean, the situation is it's sad. It's awful.
It's heartbreaking.
I mean, it needs to be found. I mean, everybody's trying to do everything they can. I can't. The mother. I mean, I have nothing good to even say about her, so I'll leave that alone. I think everybody said it repeatedly, and I think the dad is doing the best he can, and I feel awful for him. It's just heartbreaking for everybody.
Yeah, it is. Especially when there's no leads or nothing that you can go off of, and it's like, damn, you got to lay your head down at night knowing that there's no leads.
But let me ask you something, T. Have you ever thought about it? Look at how many people failed this young man. I mean, CPS, the school, the parents. I mean, the list goes on. Like, where was anybody when this kid was screaming for help? I'm sure he wasn't literally screaming, but you could tell there was something going on from all the reports.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just failed all around, and it's just a real sad situation.
I agree. It is a super sad situation.
Yeah, it is. I want to hold you. I just wanted some confirmation on if he was going to stay with his dad full time. And not only that, I just feel this kid was failed. I mean, by the system and everybody surrounding him. And all we can do as a community is try to come together and hopefully find this young man. And it's every day that continues to go on and on. It just gets really bleak. And I'm sorry to even say that. It's sad. It's really sad, but I appreciate everything you're doing. The callers are, all have good theories. I just wanted to say that this kid was failed.
Yeah.
I do. I pray he's alive. It's just the longer we go on, it's just like, where is he?
It's kind of what happened with Summer, ain't it? Time just went on and on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, what do you do? I don't want to choke up on this call, but if you can get some clarification around that, just because, he did state on another podcast, and I can pull it for you, maybe Nancy Grace even, that it started out the summer and he enrolled him. And then, I mean, think about it. Chris approached him. So what was going on in their home? Were they having marital problems? I mean, they're selling their home now. I mean, who does that? Just takes off when your kid's missing and selling your home. What home is he going to come back to? It's just awful people.
Yeah. Where is he going to go back to? Because
where that's his home. It's
241 miles away. And this is another thing. I know Seth brought this up and he was saying, you'd be searching or you'd be looking, but why aren't they out searching and looking? And why are they just hanging out at this campground? I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm sorry, but nope, they're not going to the vigils. They're not. It's weird to me. Now, maybe it not be weird to any of you guys, but that shit's weird to me.
No, it's weird to me too. I mean, what parent does that? I mean, it's.
They could have stood. They could have stood on the other side. You don't got to stand right next to Seth and them. They could have been over there with their little family group right there at the vigil. No,
the only thing I think they're trying to say is, okay, they're scared. Their life is threatened, but I call BS on that. I mean, if someone's threatening me and if my kid's missing, you're just going to have to threaten me because I'm going to be there. That's bullshit. And I'm going to just say it straight up. That's BS.
House isn't for sale. People keep talking in and out on this house being for sale. I can't find it for sale, ladies and gentlemen. I can't, but hey, he will go.
It's not on Zillow?
Not from what I can see. Nope. I mean, maybe an old posting, but allegedly it was sold on 9/22. From what I was seeing.
If you check out Facebook, the Seth Rogers page there, I think her sister-in-law is a realtor. So I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I appreciate everything you're doing, and I just hope we find this young man.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it out there. We're keeping the story out there. I'll tell you that much.
And you're doing a good job, and I appreciate it.
There's so many other ones too, like Elijah View, who's missing right now.
And I know. What about the two moms? Have you even heard about that one? I mean, that's for another day, but that's
not much. Not much. That's what I'm saying. There's no leads on that either.
That one out too. It's just crazy out of nowhere. Just gone.
And that one's in probably like 60, 70 days.
That's a newer one. So there's another one. This one is probably within the last 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's just every day someone's going missing. I mean, yeah, it's depressing, but the only thing we can do is bring awareness around it.
Yep, so much is definitely getting misconstrued. I agree with you, Casey. There's a lot getting misconstrued in this case, and it's definitely not good whatsoever. What is it going to do? Cut her out soon, and everybody, you know what I mean? It'll be a lost cause.
Right. What do? You just got to keep putting it out there and pray that he comes home, the other people that are missing comes home, the little 3-year-old comes home. It's just really
I pray to God it doesn't turn into a cold case. I really do. I pray to God it doesn't. I pray to God they get some fresh leads, and I pray to God I wake up tomorrow and he's found.
I mean, everybody keeps thinking, okay, maybe they found something. Maybe it's a clue. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Mm-hmm. But it always turns out to be nothing. I mean, I want him to come home, right, and be alive. But, like, the longer it goes on, and I'm not saying this, in a bad way, it's just not as positive, right? Mm-hmm. The sooner the better. But the dad needs some closure, I think. He does not look good.
He doesn't. He definitely doesn't. He's wearing himself out.
Well, but I'd be doing.
He's on a mission.
But, I would do the same. So he
is on a mission.
Family. So I appreciate you taking my call, T-Rev. Thank you, and keep up the good work.
Absolutely, anytime. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Make sure before you go to bed tonight, you lock them doors. Stay vigilant. God bless you. Shout out to her. 219-885-9693. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, damn. 541, what's going on? You're live.
Hey, T-Rev.
How you doing?
Somebody needs to call the sheriff's department.
Mm-hmm.
He is buried in Drake's Creek Park.
You said he's what?
He's in Drake's Creek Park because there's deer and ducks in that park.
Where are you getting this from?
I was watching CJ's post.
So you're saying he's where?
Drake's Creek.
Drake's Creek Park?
Mm-hmm.
And again, where and nobody's, and you seen this online and nobody's confirmed it?
No.
Interesting. I wonder what that is.
Yeah. And they need to have a dog search that place.
Yeah, well, did you call the tip line?
No.
Why don't you call the tip line?
They won't take it.
It's right here. 1-800-TBI-FINE. Call them right here.
But if he's alive, I hope they find him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
Sebastian.
saying if you said you've seen somewhere that he's at, you call TBI and let them know that.
Okay.
That's what I would suggest. If you know where he's at, or you're seeing something where allegedly it's leading to him, call TBI.
Okay.
That's just my personal thoughts on that.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, if you know where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know where you seen that, but are you just saying that based off of a feeling you're getting, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to make sure it's legit if you do call it in. We don't want no false things getting put out there, right?
Yeah.
That's
true.
We don't want nothing false getting put out there.
No.
It's important that we, put out accurate information the best way we can, which is barely any in this case right now.
I know.
But yeah.
But
under the water.
I just have a feeling that he's there.
Oh, you have a feeling he's there. Okay, well. Yeah, they're gonna be like, well, the feeling and him being there are two different things. So hopefully something comes of it. I don't know. Call that in the TBI if you really think he's there and you know he's there and somebody told you he's there, then call it in. But if you just think it, don't do that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They're gonna push you to the back of the bus. It's not even worth it.
And I like you show, T-Rev.
Thank you.
My name's Tori.
I appreciate you. You said Tori?
I'm in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Well, God bless you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I hope you have a blessed night, ma'am. Thank you for calling
You
in.
too.
Seriously, being a voice here for Sebastian. We appreciate you. 219-885-9693. I don't know. She said she's seen a post somewhere. Yeah, it is. Get that phone number, Rev. I have it right here. I have it right here. I don't know what she's talking about. A post? Oh, see, 315. You're live. Talk to me.
Oh, hi. I'm live. Oh, gosh.
Yes, ma'am. You're live. How you doing?
That was a very interesting caller. I did get chills when she said that, but then I heard her out and then I kind of laughed. So I don't know how that goes, but I just want to say that I think we all know as parents and as human beings that whatever's going on is not natural. And I think we all, as humans, with consciousness going on in our brains and our souls and our minds, I think we all know that there's something up with this case, right? Like, I think it stems from the parents and the reaction, and I think that's why it's such a big deal, because there's tons of other kids missing every day. I think it's the ones that stick out are the ones that we see through them. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, ma'am.
I mean, most people, if you're a parent, you would lose your mind if you're an actual human with actual feelings. I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't understand the reaction that these parents have given. I just can't get it, and I think it hurts my soul, because if these are the demons out there, and I will call them demons because that's how I perceive them, it's very sad. But I also don't like the fact that people jump on these cases and go on and like get insane and come up with crazy ideas and almost for their own pleasure, maybe because they're bored or they don't have I don't know. But I think humanity is at stake here, not just Sebastian. And I pray every day for that child. I pray every day for that child. And I pray for Madeline. I still pray for Summer. I still pray for Kylie. I pray every day for these souls. But I think humanity has let us down. And by humanity, I mean the police department and the government. And I'm sorry, but when I looked at those eyes and that picture of Chris Sorefoot, whatever the hell his name is, on the plane, and his mother and her husband are making that look, it is demonic. Okay, that's the demonic face. And if any of you have not listened to his poor ex-wife Nina, I believe her name is.
Yeah, we heard it. A lot of us did, anyways. I know.
That's horrifying, and just that's horrifying. I mean, I don't know. That's all I guess I have to say. I just pray he's someone better, and I know these parents are guilty, allegedly, if that's what I have to say. Allegedly, but I mean, come on, get some humanity in your soul, and you will see right through here. You'll get the discernment. everybody needs discernment right now of all times. And these people are cowards. They're evil. And if any man put his hand on my child ever and said it was a lick and I did it with his pants on, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That just tells me what do you mean? What else did you do to him? Did you just, why would you even say the pants were on? You know, like like the things that come out of these people. And then you got Stone Cold, what's his name? I don't even know. She's a Stone Cold, I don't know, agent, AI. I don't know. Like, this woman is not a parent. This is not a mother. This is not a mother. This is not a mother, because I can tell you right now, I would never be on any interview. If my child was missing, I would not be on a podcast. Okay?
Right.
And he's still missing. I think we know where this is going, right? I mean, and I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to bash Tennessee, but this seems to be the hub of trafficking today. And I'm just saying, I had dreams about it with Summer Wells, and it just keeps reoccurring. Tennessee. So I'm just vigilant, and I noticed that Tennessee's always popping up, and I actually wanted to go see Nashville. Now I don't. Now I will not go see Nashville. I won't even go to Tennessee. But I just hope everybody can just come to the terms with some people are evil nowadays, and discernment, everyone. All right, and knock the shit off. All right, knock the bullshit off, and let's look at it exactly how it is. Let's call a spade, because that's what I do. All right. There's no, come on. The kid didn't even get out of the car. Okay? The kid didn't get out of the car. That poor baby sat in that car dead while she got on the phone with her freaking dumb husband that is the biggest pile of you know what I've ever known. Okay? And he came, and he knows where that baby boy is. And so does she. And they can team up all together all they want, but guess what? Yeah. Good luck, because the rapture's coming, people. And I know I won't be seeing you. Thank God. You have a good show. And thank you for what you do.
Well, God bless you. Thank you for calling in, and
God bless you and everyone
speak of your
on the
heart.
channel.
I appreciate you calling up and speak of your heart.
Yes, God bless everyone.
God
and
bless
have a
you.
safe night.
Make sure you lock
your doors.
You go to bed. She got me before, but 219-885-9693. You said save that last number. Well, guess what? We saved it just in case. I think she was on the other side, 615, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, I also saw the story with Seth where he said he was going to get permanent custody for a while.
Okay. Talk to me about that a little bit then. I didn't see that one. I remember talking to him here on my show and him saying he was getting Sebastian for the summer and that he enrolled him in summer school. So I'd love to hear about this other part.
It was after your show. It was a couple days after your show.
Interesting.
And he said that Katie needed a break. And he was going to swap custody with her, and she was going to only have him every other weekend. And that's why he was enrolling her in school. Enrolling him in school, I'm sorry.
Interesting.
And I think Drake Creek has been searched because I think that's within the mileage that they covered the other day. I actually live in Nashville.
Interesting. So you're not too far from, what is Nashville to Hendersonville?
Maybe about 40 minutes.
Not bad.
No, but I'm too old to go help, so I'd like to, but I'm 71, and that's really not in my physical capabilities right now. So, but I still have a big hope that he's alive, that someone has just taken him somewhere, either to rescue him or because of the way that his home life is. Maybe they felt he needed to go to some type of, I don't know, therapy. But I know that's just in my heart. I just don't want to think anything else. So, but we don't know. We really don't know. No one knows. Maybe two people know. Maybe only Sebastian knows. And I also think that we don't just need to call him a little boy all the time. He's a young man. He has more mature thoughts, maybe. He's still very innocent, but I also think that a 15-year-old boy is not the same as a baby boy. He's already having maybe some hormonal action going on, some thoughts, and maybe I had two sons, so sometimes they hit that age and they just do walk out. Mine didn't, but they get upset and they might just go for a walk, and maybe something happened when he went for that walk. I mean, but then there's the dogs don't pick up a scent. It's a very confusing thing, whatever it is. And I think everybody wants answers. I mean, it's time. It's either time to say this is where he is, or time to say this is what we did.
Yeah. And is that gonna happen?
I don't know.
So
everyone's praying for it. Everybody's hoping for it. Maybe it'll happen.
But what if, like you said, only Sebastian knows? What if he did take off that night?
I know.
But
that's scary too.
How far would he get with no shoes? If he didn't have none or didn't have any on, of course.
Well, the other thing I wonder is how far would he get before somebody that shouldn't picked him up? So anyway, just my opinion, but I just hope he's out there.
Me too.
I've had some experience with people with special needs, and a lot of them do elope. And they also have I want to say one thing, and I know that people who are involved with special needs children already know this,
right,
or special needs adults. What people need to remember is they want to be treated just like us. They want to have the same life that we have. They don't want to be treated different. They want to be treated like Seth treats him, not like home treats him. And I hope he gets to go home to Seth. Seriously. But you have a good night, and thank you. And I have a problem. Every time I turn around, I have to subscribe again, and I don't know why.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
yeah, that's weird as hell.
Yeah. I don't know if you can check into that, but anyway.
People been telling me that for a while, but it's like, what? That's weird,
I think it's a YouTube thing. I really do.
It might be.
So,
Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. God bless you, ma'am. I hope you have a beautiful night. Make sure you lock them doors before you go to bed. And thank you for being a voice here tonight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. 43 days missing. No signs. God bless you. This story is a true head hurt, y'all. It gives me a migraine thinking about this story and all the details involved with this poor little boy. 662, I'm on with you. Talk to me. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You're live. How you doing tonight?
Hey, T-Rev.
How you doing?
I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi.
Mississippi in the building. How you doing tonight?
Good. I think we all need to quit having our own thoughts about this and that.
Can you do me a favor and mute the background for me, and you'll be good to go? Because the listeners can hear it. They can hear the background, the echo. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't believe the little boy ever made it home.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Chris had that all planned out, and he gave her the ultimatum of either him or that child.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the law knows more than they tell him. And they just waiting to knock their feet out from under them.
Interesting. Can you mute the background for me? I can still hear it. It's just the user, everybody who is listening can hear the echo in the background. They can hear it because it's a little bit late. So if you're listening to me, we're right on par. But if you're listening to that, it's like 10 seconds behind.
Okay, what gets the How about that? And
sounds good.
We need to truly pray for that little boy.
Yes, ma'am.
I pray that he is found alive. But if he is, that child is going to be so messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not no longer with us, we all got to thank the good Lord because he's up there with him.
Yeah.
And I something else that made me mad the other day.
Mm-hmm.
JLR Saturday, I think it was, searching, you know. And that man called in and said, well, get in the woods. Well, you get your damn boots on and get in the woods. That's what they need to do.
Oh, you talk about the guy that called in was talking about JLR out there?
JLR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about he ain't getting in the woods. Well, get your damn boots on and get in the woods, fella.
Oh, my God.
Let him know. I mean, you know.
I pray for that little boy. I take that little boy in a minute. He can live with me.
You're a sweetheart.
I feel so sorry for all these kids. And I heard today, it's the next county up from us. A darn school teacher, they went to school and arrested her and her husband both for abusing and sexual assaulting a little 8-year-old girl. That is pathetic.
Disgusting is what it is.
I don't believe the little boy made it home. But I don't know. But I pray for that child every day and his daddy. And that woman was talking about she was reading because she's going to school and working. Well, she ain't reading and working. She's down there in Mississippi.
Yeah. I mean, right over there at the Yogi Bear campground, they're saying out here. That's just what they're talking about.
I'd like to bust her damn mouth. That's what I'd like to do.
Determined that was a lie.
Yeah.
And what they need to do, that Chris Proudfoot or whatever his name is, to hang him from that crane he operates by his nuts, and by God, he'd tell what he did. I don't mean to be ugly, but I am so darn disgusted. That child needs to be found.
Damn. Good.
That is pathetic. That little boy, he needs to be found.
She said, hang him by his what? Who? What? Goodness.
Hang him by his nuts on that crane. He'll tell what he done.
Goodness.
I've been trying to call you for 2 weeks. I love your show, and I watch you every day and night.
I love you. But it sounds like you're raw. You got some raw thoughts going on there. Hanging by the joint from the crane. Goodness Lord.
Yeah, but it's been too many days. And I believe if that child would have took that garbage out, I don't know how they empty their garbage, but up here, the people never touch the garbage can. They just slide something under and it dumps it in the truck. How come they didn't get no DNA off the trash can if the child took the trash to the road?
Yeah, boy.
But I love watching your show, but I've been trying to call for 2 weeks. I'm so darn upset. I'm gonna take that child in a minute.
I'm so glad you got there. And you know how many people were been saying that I take that child in a minute? You know, there's so many wonderful people out there like you.
I will take him in a minute. I'll take any of them that is missing. Them people don't want them. My God, send them to me at Tupelo, Mississippi.
I'm on my way. I'm missing.
Okay, T-Rev.
I love you.
I appreciate
and
you.
and we're not gonna give up.
Nope.
It's all gonna come to a head one day.
You're damn right it is. And you know what? They say all darkness comes to light.
That's exactly right. They're gonna reap what they sow.
Yeah, no.
I just wish I could hit that damn woman upside her face. I believe that woman's scared of that fella.
This is sad.
But I don't know. Them ain't the only two low down damn folks in the world. They people like that everywhere. But we're gonna keep praying for the little Sebastian, because we're gonna find out one day what happened to him.
You're damn right we will.
And you do a good job, and JLR does a good job. But that man made me so damn mad talking about JLR. He ain't going in the woods. Well, get your damn boots on and get in the woods, fella.
Right? Walk
That's
down
just
up
the way
in
I
that
see
boy.
it.
Get in that creek, walk in them woods. I hear you. I mean, he did say he was military. I don't know why people would call it to hate on somebody else, like who's reporting out here and giving visuals. I mean, I don't get it, but I mean, I understand some people saying, but at the
I don't
same
understand
time,
Chris and Katie, but I'm concerned about Sebastian. That is a precious child.
Absolutely.
And there's one thing about it. God's going to take care of his own.
43 days.
I don't know if somebody's got him or they killed him or what, but if he's no longer with us, he's looking down at them stupid ass folk, because he's up in heaven with the Lord.
I'm sorry. We're in 44 days right now.
It don't make sense to me. It really don't.
44 days right now.
But I love your show, and we're going to keep praying for that little fella. And if don't nobody want him, I'll take him.
You heard it from her here.
You won't have to worry about nothing. I will take care of that child.
God bless.
I cannot stand to see a child mistreated. I cannot stand it.
She said,
and it's not right.
I'll take him. I need to drink her water. Somebody said in chat. I need to drink her water. Yeah, preach.
All right, T-Rev. Good night.
God bless you.
And
Thank
keep
you for
putting his
calling
name
in.
out there, baby.
Absolutely. God bless you. Thank you for the wonderful words on here. Hang him from a crane. Hang him from a what? Say one more
Hang him
time.
on that crane he operates from his nuts. That's what you do.
Oh my
He'll
God.
tell what he did.
I don't know nothing.
I shouldn't say that on there, but
it is what it is. It's your thoughts, but at the end of the day, you know, nobody's charged of anything. But I get what you're saying. God bless you, ma'am. I hope you have a beautiful night. Thank you so much for using your voice here tonight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Day 44 now. He's been missing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Shout out to her. Good phone call from her. 219-885-9693 as we continue to take phone calls as we cover the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Wow, she said hang him sack on a crane. Not too much you can say to that, but
bing bang.
That's all I can say. 727 sent from heaven. What's going on? You're live. 727, you're in the building. How you doing tonight?
Hi, T-Rev.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
You know, just got off the phone with, Granny was in the building for a minute. She had some things
that was
to say.
Great. That was fantastic.
It was what we all, but
yeah, she sure did. She repeated it too. You're like, hang him by the what? And she's like, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
She was, yeah, I think that's what we're all feeling.
Hopefully, hopefully that doesn't happen. What's on your mind here? Talk to us tonight.
I just like had a thought. It's nothing huge, but last night I was watching the Smiley interview with Chris and Katie for the first time, and I couldn't believe Chris laughing, like he's having a nice little chit chat, and then Katie, to me, she just seems like she thinks if she just plays dumb long enough and acts like, I don't know, this is what happened, that's how I know, that like she thinks it's all going to go away, or she thought it would. And like I got the impression listening to that, like Chris is a Casey Anthony type as far as narcissistic qualities. The way they think that they're smarter than everybody else, and they think that they can fool everybody else, and they just expect to be believed. And the caller earlier, Susan, who said that she doesn't think they're smart enough to cover up a crime for this long, that crossed my mind too. But then I thought, you know what? I think that it's the, like I said, this attitude of his. And that's just why I thought, like the narcissism, the Casey Anthony thing, like the nonsense that she spewed. This guy and this whole story reminds me of the same kind of like, do you think we're all this dumb? You think like there's no footage of the boy anywhere. There's no sense.
Yeah, no, and the
And you're
footage
just
that they
like,
claim is him, it's like Seth told us straight up. It's 600 yards away. It's grainy. He can't tell if that's his son or not. The only footage that he could tell it was him was the Texas Roadhouse footage. And now tonight he was talking about he hit, TBI up to make sure those clothes were accounted for.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, and they just, and I don't know, I just kind of wonder if they originally thought, like, well, for one thing, they didn't expect it. I think Chris said, we didn't think it would blow up like this. I think he said that. And then they thought, like I said, that they were just going to play their dumb little game and that it would blow over. Because it's just astonishing to me the way he acts, the way they both act. It's just, I'm like, my mind is blown by it. But, and then I'm also wondering about the human trafficking thing.
Yeah, is there any of that involved?
I know, because it's, I mean, a lot of people don't realize it's widespread in this country. I mean, I found out like 10 years ago that it's huge where I live. I live in a big tourist area. So yeah, I wonder, I mean, it's just so strange. All these kids go missing in Tennessee. Anyway, I wonder if that could be a factor, but, yeah, that was basically it. Those were just my thoughts. But as far as Chris, I was just astonished by that. He's joking. He's laughing with Smiley. And I'm like, I don't even think, do you think that this is going to fool? This is not the way a person acts. It's just not. Sure it ain't. It's not even a way to, like, you're not fooling anybody. Like, and like the caller earlier said, they're not smart enough to pull that off. And then, like I said, I thought, well, maybe he's just so dang narcissistic. He thinks he can. And I don't know what the heck Katie is doing. She, to me, is just the fact that Seth said basically she doesn't watch her kid. She just strikes me as somebody who's totally irresponsible. I mean, I don't know if she's totally irresponsible, but she's irresponsible. And then she's drawn to this guy who's super controlling. So, that makes a good pair. He wants to control everything, and she just wants to do whatever the heck she's doing. Those are my thoughts. So that's pretty much it.
No, you're good. This shit's wild. That's all I do know.
And I really think that, somebody else up there, they said Casey Anthony. I swear it reminds me of the same type of personality. But I think law enforcement knows more than they're telling us. I really do.
It doesn't give you laundry vibes?
I don't know. Because I didn't pay that much attention to that. So I don't know. It could be.
I've just seen a lot of people with laundry vibes on this one, and I've seen them talking about it like, it's kind of giving me this laundry vibes because the way they're going out and camping, and it's like weird. I'm like, huh?
Oh, you mean Chris and I thought you meant the police. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty.
What do you mean as far as these two, as far as Chris and Katie being guilty or suspicious? I definitely think they're for sure guilty or suspicious. You mean, were you talking about? Are you talking about the Gabby Petito?
Yes. A lot of people are saying this case gave him laundry vibes. I've just seen tons of different things sprinkled in as far as speculation, all different types of cases being compared to this. Madeline Soto.
Yeah.
I could keep going. It's just wow. Like, I mean,
yeah.
day 44 now, and we don't. I mean, there's nothing to really go off of. You hear these possible sightings, and now we found out one of those possible sightings tonight are definitely not him. That Speedway on the 26th that was reported on March 26th, confirmed not to be him.
It's insane. It is nuts that there's nothing. There's no clue. It's just insane. Yeah, but the Gabby Petito one, I didn't pay that much attention. It's just this, I don't know. I was in a place where it was too disturbing to me at the time, and I didn't want to, and I don't live far from the area, so I didn't really want to. I was like, no, I can't do this right now. But, yeah, I'm sure I was just talking about Casey Anthony just because Chris joking around and talking reminded me of the way she was acting back when like she knew her daughter was dead and she did it. I don't know. I don't understand how people can act the way they're acting and your child missing. And another thing is, like, I was thinking, the lady I worked for a long time ago, she had a psychology and education degree or something, and we were talking about a person, and I'm like, I just don't understand where he's coming, him and his family, what they're why they're doing what they're doing. And she goes, Kelly, you never will because you don't think like them. And it's so true. Like they say, if you're a police officer, you have to think like a criminal. Like, we can't think like, we're never going to understand how these people are thinking. And even if we do understand, we still won't understand.
Right.
So that's the other tough part. Trying to make sense of why are they acting like this? Why would they do this?
Right.
It's mind-boggling. So
I have to check it. What are the people are saying? I need to listen to the full sheriff call from that night. Where's this full sheriff call? We'll be talking.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, somebody said full sheriff call, and I'm trying to figure out what they mean. Somebody said, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to send here. If you get nothing, look at your messenger. I sent a video of woods around the park. Okay, so Nancy sent in a video of the woods around the Yogi Bear Park. Interesting.
Nancy
Drew out there on the case.
I want to say too before it ends that you've been talking about your journey with the Lord, and I'm just so happy to hear that. And I can tell, I started listening to you during the Idaho 4 case, and I can see it and tell the change, and it's really beautiful. I'm really happy to hear that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, as a channel, I'm gonna grow with the channel as it grows. So
right. I can just you can see like in people, just like their energy or whatever.
That's what it's about. Energy.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I read people's energy. That's me all day long. So I know what you mean.
Yeah. 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 Well, that was just.
I appreciate you calling in. Hold on. Let me see what she's showing me here. She's showing me like these woods. The woods near the campground. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Well, with Landry, so they were off on a trip and they went camping together, right? Because I'm just reading, no camping is so they can talk, scared the homeless bug.
Nancy Drew on the case out there. The laundries. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being a voice here tonight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers as we continue to cover this story around the clock. Again, a body was found, but they're saying it was a male. Reports are coming in that this was a male out here in Kingsport, I believe it is. Let's look again. Kingsport. Yep. Kingsport, which is all the way. I mapped it out from Hendersonville to Johnson City, Hendersonville, to Kingsport and Johnson City, and that is 4 hours and 27 minutes, 290 miles. Yogi Bear Campground is 241 miles away from here. So I don't know. I highly doubt this is. There is reports of this being a male, but again, We'll see what comes out. Thank you, man, for calling in. I appreciate you. Lock your doors and stay vigilant. God bless you too. Good phone call from her. 219-885-9693. Again, I don't think this has anything to do with the body, but I do want to put out there also that the tip at the Speedway, and it's important. People need to know it. Again, the tip at the Speedway of the possible sighting of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been confirmed tonight to not be Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So I want to get that out also. 936, you're in the mix. Talk to me.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You were live on air. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. My name is Brenda, and I'm from Texas.
Shout out to you from Texas in the building. Dallas or what? What we talking about?
Well, I am actually in Trinity near Huntsville.
Wow. Okay. I don't know where that's at, but it sounds great.
Well, Huntsville is the prison capital of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville is also the home of the death house, lethal injection.
Interesting.
So I'm about 40 miles from there.
40 miles.
But
oh, interesting.
About 40 miles, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in between Houston and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my theory is, and I'm probably going to get some crap from chat, but I'm thinking that he was so tired of all the abuse, either mentally, physically, whatever, and that he just had to get out of there, and he tried to go to his father's house, possibly got lost. At least that's what I think. And the parent, the mom and the stepdad, they just, when Sebastian is found, he just needs to go to his dad. No questions asked. But that's all I have to say, and thank you for taking my call.
You're more than welcome. So you said, wait, hold on. You said you think he needs to go to where?
He needs to go to his dad, Seth. When Sebastian is found, he needs to go to his dad.
That's what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure that's
yes, and not back to his mother, and I'm not even calling him stepdad, but
well, I'm sure if he's being hidden, right? Let's say he's being moved around from place to place. I'm pretty sure he'd be going back with him more than likely.
Well, I would think that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I pray and pray and pray and pray that he is found no matter what the outcome is, so Seth can have some closure, and the mother and the stepdad need to be charged accordingly.
Yeah,
so that is my thought, and I love you guys. Y'all are so wonderful, and thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. God bless you, ma'am. I hope you have a beautiful night. Stay vigilant.
You too.
Lock your doors. Shout out there, a good phone call. But hold on, let me read some comments real quick. Let's jump into the comments, because I see Coupon Mama saying, what are y'all thoughts on the sighting at the gas station? Do y'all think it was him in Chris's truck? And if so, was Chris or Katie driving it? But let me go ahead and tell you this. That's been debunked. Tonight, that was debunked by Seth on the Pascal show. His team checked into that. From what I heard, got the video footage, and it was not Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So I do want to put that out there to you. I mentioned it on the show multiple times, but seeing this comment, I wanted to let you know that immediately. I think it's important that you know that. You said, did they ever confirm that the glasses that they were found? No, see, those weren't his glasses either, by the way, according to law enforcement. And I have that receipt on my computer somewhere, but it was definitely shown on this show multiple times and multiple other lives. Those glasses were not Sebastian's. Well, thank you for asking, Fuzzball Factory. Sherry says anybody can say what they want, but the mother definitely knows. Yes, caller, we call them narcissists and leotards and liars and bad actors. Shout out to you. I call bullshit. Diane says I've watched a zillion horror movies, and there's a lot of ways to dispose of a body. or to dispose of a body fast. Chris did not have time to bury him. You glow differently when it's the Holy Spirit, Creole lady says. You know what? Speaking of the Holy Spirit, we need to go ahead and jump into a little segment of the Holy Spirit and say our nightly prayer, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a prayer for Sebastian Rogers and everybody involved with the search. Again, Lord, today we lift up in prayer a precious young soul, Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old boy who has gone missing. In his vulnerability, we ask for your protective hand to be upon him, Lord, guiding him safely through each moment until he's found. Sebastian, with the challenges he faces in the communication and understanding the world around him, needs your strength more than ever, Lord. May your angels guard him, Lord, and keep him from harm and provide him with comfort and a sense of security no matter where he is. We pray for the eyes and ears of all those searching for Sebastian. Lord, grant them wisdom, insight, and perseverance as they navigate this difficult time. Lord, may every effort to find him be guided by your light, ensuring that no stone is left unturned and every clue leads closer to bringing Sebastian home, Lord. Embrace Sebastian's family and loved ones with your love and comfort. And in this time of uncertainty, Lord, and fear, provide them with hope, strength, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. Lord, may they feel the support of their community and the warmth of your unwavering presence. Lord, continue to inspire us all as a community and individuals to offer whatever help we possibly can, whether it's sharing an article, whether it's liking a live stream, whether it's commenting on a video, whether it's sharing his flyer. Again, keep inspiring us all as a community to keep doing this. And whether it be through action, words of support, or continued prayers, let us come together to aid in the search for Sebastian and support those who love him. Lord, we trust in your mercy, in your miraculous ways. Please watch over Sebastian Rogers, guide him back safely, and bring solace to those who await his return with anxious hearts. In the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ, amen. Woo! Woo! All right. Shall we proceed? Just had to get that out real quick. A little prayer. We usually do a prayer every live, you know? We usually do a prayer every live. 413, you on with me? Talk to me.
Oh, Trev.
You got through. What's going on?
Oh, man. I've been on here, man. Well, I guess through Kylie Rodney, Summer, all that stuff. I have a question. I have a lot of questions, actually. When did Mr. Well, I guess we're calling him that, right? Mr. Chris got rid of the snakes. That was the punishment, right?
I forget exactly about the whole snake part, but I do remember some of that being talked about. Yes.
38 snakes, by the way. Right?
Trish, I watched it. I was watching it with you.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
you're good. Keep going.
does Sebastian understand where those snakes come from? Ponds, lakes, streams, all that. What he was taught to learn where those things come from, right? And what they eat and where they come from and where they go to. Just imagine if that was a punishment for him because he didn't do something right. What would, I mean, as far as a child with like autism, right?
they just want that, like, I don't know, solace, or like the feel good thing back. Where would you go?
Yeah.
You would go and look for that, right?
Correct.
38 snakes later.
Correct.
Isn't that interesting? The only other thing, I emailed a lot of this to you.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I have to say, I don't know why this is a thing. There's a river that runs along that family home and the whole entire town. It's called Snake River. It's also Drake Pond, by the way.
Mm.
Drake Pond.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Lake. Drake Pond.
Interesting.
Would he think that if he's like the Drake guy with the snake, you know, the Drake snake guy, right?
Right.
Go to Google Maps. Oh my God, I don't know why this matters. This is bothering me for the most part. So look up the Drake Lake, and the only water source, it looks like a God, what is it? So it looks like a oh my God. Hold on. Bear with me, please, because I've been doing this for a while. It looks like a sorcerer, a reptilian, by the way. So if you go back to like, oh man, go back to what Chris is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a collector of reptilians. You remember that? He liked yeah.
Yeah, I hate snakes. I can't do it.
Yeah, right.
I can't do the snake thing. I'm sorry. Sebastian's more man than me. He could do snakes, and I can't.
Well, just remember when Chris said this, he's a collector of reptilians. He likes reptilians. He bought Sebastian a snake. It's all around his arm. Look it up. It's all around his arm. He got rid of that. My biggest question is, when did he get rid of that? Did Sebastian go looking for the snake that Chris got rid of? Because he fucked. Whoa, sorry. I'm not trying to like F word.
Yeah, I mean, this is an adult show. You know.
Yeah, sorry.
I get it though. I get it though.
You know what I mean?
I let people speak as they speak. If you curse every now and then, oh well.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. But just think about this. Was he looking for the snakes that he was taken away from him?
You gotta apologize to me for you being yourself.
Right, no problem.
You're good. I don't. Some people may care about on their platform, but I don't really give a shit about on.
Yeah, no problem. But just think about this. What was Sebastian looking for the snakes that were taken away from him? Better question. You know?
That's a good question.
38.
That's a good question.
38. Might that be the reason why they're looking in ponds, right? Streams and such.
Somebody keeps talking.
You know?
About this. Yeah. Where's this footage, Jamal? Can you send it in to me and we'll play it? You should listen to the 911 call. They asked footprints right to the retaining pond. This is horrible. Please listen now.
Why is everything about feet?
I keep hearing about.
We got outfoot, we got footless, and we got sockless. What's this? Dude, come on, man. I don't know. It's just a thing. Many questions I have, you know. But yeah, the snakes. Could it be possible this kid? Oh my God! And that made me so sad when I thought about that. Could this kid be looking for snakes that were taken away from him? Wouldn't that be crazy?
I hope not. But yeah,
you know, there's a lake called Drake. Do you think there's a Drake snake? A snake Drake? Snake Drake. I don't know. I don't know how you like put it. Right?
Snake Drake.
His own. Right. There's a snake Drake.
What's a snake
It's
Drake?
a pond. It looks like a dragon. It's all around his house.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Okay.
Google it, dude.
A snake
It looks
Drake.
like a dragon. It's a drake snake. Yeah.
A Drake snake. Okay.
Drake Lake, Drake Pond.
As soon as I looked it up, it's showing me Drake with a snake.
Yeah, look it up. It looks like
No, I mean like Drake, the
serpent.
singer rapper.
Serpent.
It's showing
And
me
it's got
Drake the
arm.
snake.
Look it up too. You know, it drags up to his hometown too. I don't know if you saw that. The longest arm on that. What is it? So the Drake.
You show you what a
River,
Drake snake showing me? This is what it's showing me right here.
Holy shit, bro!
It's showing. You said search Drake snake, and when we search Drake snake, this is what we come across.
Yeah, so I'm talking about.
I'm a little confused here.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, the longest arm goes up to the parents' house.
But yeah,
clearly you should see that. No.
Nah, it's weird. Send me what you're talking about with the Drake thing in the email. I'll check it out. I appreciate you.
Right.
Send it
Don't
to me
forget
though.
about that. Drake snake Sabato.
Well, send it to
and
me in
then,
email so we can
Pond
actually look
River.
at the right Drake snake because I don't
It's
know what's
weird, right? It's weird.
God bless you. Though. I appreciate you calling in. Make sure you lock your
Much
doors and
blessed.
stay vigilant. Good phone call. I don't know what she's talking about with this Drake snake, but when I looked up Drake snake, it showed me Drake with a snake. Yeah, singer and rapper. Oh yeah, my bad. I know what I need to do. Hold on 1 second. Hold up. 940, you're on the show. Talk to me.
Am I live?
Yes, ma'am. You are live. How you doing?
Okay. This is Janet from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was calling about the Sebastian case.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that, a lot of people said that they had connections, and I don't believe that they would have connections like paying off the law enforcement or anything like that. But they did say that Chris's mom was with Katie at the house that morning.
Right.
And I thought they might know that family very well and think, well, we know them, and you know how it is when you're in a community and you know of somebody and you just kind of take their word for stuff, unless it proves to be wrong, something different. Anyway, that's the only thing that I had on that. But I was thinking about a lot of people said, well, if Seth did get him, what would they care? Because, I think the reason would be plenty of probable cause, because Nina said that in her interview that, remember she said they had a court date that was coming up, and then all that happened was Sebastian going missing, and their court case was put off, and she mentioned that Chris and Katie were trying to prove that she was mentally incompetent, and was wanting her to go to a doctor and have a test done, and was trying to say that she wasn't fit to have that little girl. So they were wanting that little girl, apparently, and trying to get her. So that would be cause of, now that Seth has said some more information about poor little Sebastian, his past and all, they probably really bear down on that idea, what I think, so that they could have that daughter live there. But I tell you what, Seth is a saint in my eyes. I know you've heard this a lot from people, but I do have a autistic grandson, and he's like 23 years old now. But my son raised him ever since he was little, because he had a POS mom. So my son got him when he was little. He's raised him all these years.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, they are precious children. My grandson, I've got 10 grandchildren, and he's my favorite. I tell them all. But they are precious children. But you really have to change your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put it that way. It's in a good way, though, because we all, all of our family, we helped and everything, but he is a good person. He's a good person. I can tell that Katie's not acting right. I don't understand why she doesn't care more about her child. Makes me wonder.
People are asking too when it comes to the case.
Makes me wonder why she kept him all that time. And I was thinking the other day I listened to that Nancy Grace interview with Katie and Chris again.
Yeah.
And the second time I listened to it, they would sit there and they were real quiet. And I turned it up so I could hear them. They were just real quiet and just, answering yes and no and just whenever they had to answer. But when she asked about it wasn't the retention pond, but it was some building they were talking about. And I can't remember if they said a garage or a shed or something. And both times that Nancy Grace mentioned that, like if she was talking to Chris, then Katie made cleared her throat.
Mm-hmm.
And she did the same thing when Katie was talking about it, but then he did something. Mm-hmm. And I thought, they don't want her to go too far into that, talking about whatever building was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just, it just hurts my heart for Seth. And I just,
he's going through it.
I just want him to know that he needs to keep the faith, and no matter what happens, he'll always have little Sebastian.
He's going through it
because they are precious children. And I think about him. I wish that my grandson, he didn't have a lot of friends either, but the ones he had were real close to him. But we have a big family, and he's had lots of aunts and uncles and cousins. So, but it's you can just see that his heart is broken. He just, they're just camping, and all he wants is his baby. He just wants his baby. I don't know why they can't help him get that baby home. I don't know why they can't. Whoever did what, they need to talk. That child did not walk out of that house. They already had them dogs through there. Nobody picked up on his scent. The locks weren't broken. No intruder. Nobody came through the windows. Nobody went out the windows. Why are they letting them sit there and say that he just walked out? I don't understand that. It's just like I just like to just get in a room with Katie and slap her.
Mm.
Oh, and I don't slap anybody. I don't. Golly, shake her or something,
Yeah, no doubt.
She needs to wake up. She needs to, if she cared about her child at all, she would have the respect to find him and bring him home.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to have to answer for. She's going to have to answer for that someday.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be on her and her little husband. But they were in that together, and that was planned because why else did she take him out and do all that day? Mm-hmm. She took him. She just took him to every place that was his favorite places and stuff. That just irked me when I heard that she did all that for that little baby and didn't even know it, that she was going to end up doing that, do something to him to make him disappear.
Yeah, we heard the dispatch calls here. I'm pretty sure we already played them before, days ago, I thought. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I seen that.
Did they have the 911? Did they have a 911 call? I was trying to figure that out.
It was a dispatch, but I'm pretty sure we heard that here already.
Well,
Positive.
he said on Nancy Grace that he, I was thinking about that too, because I thought I heard a 911 call at first when that first all came about. But then he said that he just went straight. He said, I told her, don't call 911 because all they'll do is reroute it and I can just call them. And he said, you know, why? Cut the middleman out and all this stuff he went through. And he said, so I just called the sheriff's department. So he had their number.
Yeah.
So he called the sheriff's department. It's just ridiculous. They need to see how stupid they sound and wake up and bring that little boy home. Enough is enough. That's stupid.
It just, yeah, I'm with it on that. It's definitely super suspicious, to say the least.
Yeah.
Everything that has been coming out is super suspicious. You got one side searching and not scared to show their face, and I'm talking about Seth, and then you got the other side that did show, or not show their face, but at least went on an interview, and then after that, it's kind of like they backed off. So I feel like they lost every chance that for the public to back them.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were out there handing out flyers, even if it was separate from Seth, at least people would be like, man, you know, let's help these parents any way we possibly can. But a lot of people are pointing the finger the other way just for the simple fact that the way they are being with the public. And I get that everybody's different. I'm not saying that you got to be all hoorah and high five and all the public people like, yeah, man, thank you. You don't have to be that way. But what I'm saying is that the fact that people are being combative towards the public and not showing up to these vigils or anything like that, it's weird to the public eye, to anybody who's looking at it.
And it's sad for little Sebastian. And he's just, if he's out there wandering around, I know he's scared and alone. And I hope he does come home. But if he doesn't, Seth knows that he should know in his heart that him and his son had a bond, because when they mentioned his name and when he was down and I saw him one day and they asked him about how he was feeling, and he said, he's my life, and he just lit up, his face just lit up. He just smiled real big. And I thought, that's my son exactly. My son, when he talks about my grandson, it's their little buddies, I'm telling you. And they're special people. He's a special person. I hope he hears that. He's a special person.
And people think that a lot of us want to see that these two are involved in this case, and it's like, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. The last thing that anybody wants in this world is to have parents take the life of a child. That's not what we want. But what it is this, it's everything that we're seeing. We're seeing these vigils, we're seeing these searches, we're seeing this, we're seeing that. We're not seeing them part of any of that.
They left you with no choice to think that something went wrong with her. She was the only person in the house. Come on.
241 miles away from the house where allegedly he left.
Yeah.
So let's just say he came back and knocked on the door yesterday or the day before. Nobody answered.
And think, where'd mom go? Everybody's left me. This is sickening. Which is really sickening. It just really bothers me. But this world is getting worse.
It is definitely getting worse. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for being a voice here for Sebastian Rogers here tonight. I need you to do two things before you go to bed. Stay vigilant and lock your doors. God bless you, man. Quick phone call from her. And I do have somebody I'm going to call right now. I did see your call back. So I will give you a phone call. I did see it. What's going on?
Would that be me?
How you doing, SW?
I got to mute you. Hang on.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
I was busy doing that mod thing. I was pretending I knew what I was doing.
By the way, I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. I've never done the whole hashtag whatever to get the thing with the commands.
Oh, wow.
I've had to type it all out. So I was like, oh my God, how do I do this?
I'll send you some stuff on that.
Okay. And I'm on vacation, so you're not going to see much of me for about a week.
Okay.
So I'm half asleep and drunk. So I have a weird, odd theory. You ready for like the off the charts theory?
Let's hear it.
Okay, I don't know if anybody else has said it because I'm just out of it. What if the mother was having that 3-hour conversation with her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not a very pleasant conversation? It was a heated conversation. Because I've heard rumors she had an affair. I've heard rumors he had an affair. I heard rumors they had a very tumultuous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So what if it was a really heated one and she's got terrible anxiety and she took an anxiety pill and then the conversation kept going and she took another one forgetting she took one. Maybe she even poured a glass of wine to go with it. And she literally passed the hell out. Or sleeping pill. I take sleeping pills. So what about, like Ambien and just knocked her ass out? She has no recollection of what actually happened to him. Like if he went out to get the trash put out and she actually did shut the door and went to bed, forgot. Where is he?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he just hang in front of the door? Wouldn't he beat on the door? Wouldn't he do something?
You
would had to leave. I don't know. This case is bugging me. I've been harassed by a lot of people who have the other viewpoint that the proud feats are so great. I'm sorry, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're out of your mind for thinking that Seth is the right man. Well, I might be out of my mind, but that's what I believe. I think Seth's a straight up man. And he's out there hunting, digging, looking for his kid. I just can't imagine going in my camper and hiding out. And they can't be that hidden because I've already seen videos of people driving by that thing. So people have to know where they are. So if you're going to get threats at home, you're going to get threats in your camper. You're supposed to home where your son could return. I'm just saying.
It's crazy. The proud feats. I know that gets me every time, Tipsy. Those are the proud feats.
I call them the stink feats, but that's right.
The stink feats, the proud feats, the someone else called them that earlier too. What's going on with the proud feats?
Well, I mean, have you heard the other creators who are like, oh, they're such wonderful parents? What? Really? Because I don't pick that up. Oh, yeah, there's creators out there saying that there's no way that they're guilty and they're only behaving this way because they don't know what else to do. No one's given them any directions. So we're just going to go hide. And they think that she looks like a concerned, true to life parent. On what planet? So yeah, I've actually had people DM me on the backside of Discord and curse me out and threaten me.
Really? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for mods to get beat up and for what you believe in.
That's insane.
It's very insane.
That's over there.
I actually think, well, I don't think mods should be threatened at all. We're just volunteers.
Right.
So,
yeah. Nobody should be being threatened. That's some BS.
It's crazy. I've had some crazy shit go down in the last 2 days, and I was like, you know what? I need a timeout. So I took my time out and came back to it tonight. And I'm like, well, if you're going to hate, well, you just hate someone else. Don't hate on me. I don't care. I'm too filled with love. I feel like the truth will eventually come out. I hope it's in my lifetime, but I think the truth will come out. I fear the worst, that he got locked out of that house and started walking down the street and said, fine, if you don't want me, I'll walk to my dad, and then got abducted on the way. Sorry. I said it out loud. I would give him reason to be alive, but tortured. Alive, but tortured. But I'm wondering, because I can tell you right now, when I was doing the Madeline Soto stuff, I knew right away she was dead. when I was watching the stuff on, oh crap, the kid that just fell in the water in Tennessee. Is it Caleb, or is Caleb a different one?
What, Caleb Harris? Or you had talking
No,
about
not
Riley
Caleb.
Strain?
Riley.
Yep, Riley.
I knew him dead. I got that. I have like a teller that tells me when shit is bad. I don't have it for this kid. He's alive. I don't know how I know it, but he's alive. I do not get the death feelings. I know it's weird, but I get them. I was crying the first day I heard about Madeline. I said, "Oh
Madeline
shit!"
Soto? Yeah.
I felt it the first day, and I felt firsthand that dad was a.
That case was heartbreaking.
So,
still is.
Yeah. And this case is just confusing, but I don't feel he's dead. I don't understand why, because it feels like at this point he should be, but I could see that mother capturing him and sending him off to a special school that without dad's permission. And he says, well, she can't do that because it's illegal. It still happens all the time, everywhere, every day.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised if she did not make arrangements to send him to a private place. Just saying. Just a thought. So, I don't know if you think I'm nuts, but
No,
I
don't think you're nuts. Everybody's got their own opinions, you know. The
Something
Madeline
ain't
Soto
adding up
case
on
was
this
mad
one.
crazy, though. I mean, they disappeared at the same time, and I thought, damn, this, you know, you had Jennifer Sotost, and then you had Stephen Stearns, and now you have KP and CP.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
Don't trust them.
Sebastian hasn't been found, so.
Well, okay. Far-fetched. What if they both turned their cell phones on to pretend they were on a call, never took their phones with them, so he could still drive back to see her and help her do something with his body? I mean, couldn't you set your phone down and it would look like you were on a call the whole time?
Right. That's a good point. That's kind of what the cellular guy talked about earlier that called in on the first live.
Oh, I must have been on my airplane still. I missed that.
Yeah, earlier a guy called in on the first live that worked or as a professional in the cellular field, and he was kind of breaking down phone pings and wondering if they looked at him or not. Very good phone call.
Okay. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and I'll have to go back to the beginning, but I was not there. I was flying and driving and then visiting with family. And now they're all tucked in and I'm like wired. So
Well, hopefully something comes out on this thing tomorrow or tonight. Hopefully they find something. Again, nothing. Hopefully he is in a place and it comes out now or soon. If he is in one of these places, like you said, and it somehow skipped by, hopefully that does come out and come to fruition and everything is put to bed and we can continue to move on.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be very nice. It would be very nice. I mean, this nightmare would come to an end if everybody was right about the speculation of him being in some type of place. Or I just, you know, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that law enforcement would let it get this far. You know,
I can't believe they can't think that this is foul play. I'm sorry.
Well, they did say they didn't rule it out. They said they didn't rule out foul play, but there was just no sign of foul play.
Is that tricky cop words?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Something's not right.
Tricky cop words.
Actually, I saw Pascal running around with a tinfoil hat on earlier. So maybe something is really off because Pascal was off.
Yeah?
Did you miss it?
Which part?
He ran around. He ran around in a tinfoil hat.
Oh God, no, I didn't.
He did a cute little short, like a meme short, on the eclipse.
Oh,
I have to go find it.
I got you.
He throws a little laughter in to make us get through all this crap. because this is just too much. But God bless that little boy, and I have more feelings for Seth just because I really feel he's the innocent one here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stink feet can just go away. Sorry.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, but I do know for the fact that, you know, hearing the things that I heard tonight, I'm glad that the Speedway sighting was looked into and debunked. I'm glad that, you know, a lot of things are coming out. This body that they're talking about is alleged male, so we don't have to worry about that being Sebastian. What else? I'm trying to think of other things. I hope they check.
If it's an alleged male, you mean like an adult male, and they can tell the difference? Because isn't Sebastian a boy?
Well, now we need to check into the possible sighting that was reported to me that I passed over to Seth. Now I hope they check into that Gatlinburg one.
Well, he can be seen and found anywhere, and I'm still wondering about Alaska, to be honest. You know, I'm halfway there. Maybe I should just take the ferry boat up.
Mm-hmm. I just hope they
go look around and post signs and see if they get pulled down.
Mm-hmm. It was the funniest.
I don't know. It's weird. But I'll get your line clear so that I can go to sleep and everybody else can keep chit-chatting.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. God bless you.
Thanks,
Lock your doors before you go to bed and stay vigilant.
Always.
God bless. The phone call. Woo. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. second live. What we do? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours today. Something like that, right? Well, I will lock it in at that. I'm going to end it at that. We'll end it for the night. I got a headache anyways. I'm going to go chill and relax. But you already know how we end it. Thank you for everybody who came by this stream, showing love, showing support. Keep Sebastian's name out. But you know how we ended with this gospel. I honestly might go record a song on the second channel. Maybe I'll go record one to the album live on the second channel. I don't know. Who would be down for that?
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Every day I wake up, I'm here to make a change. Only time will tell, I hope it takes the pain away. I see these families going through it every single day. Another person dead, an article up on a page. But I hold on to hope like a candle in the rain. Got it by the light, trying to break through these heavy chains. In the heart of the night, I'm searching for the flame. Speaking for the silent and the honor, I'm a paper lane. In the silent battles, I become the roaring train. Carrying the hopes on this long and when it's a rain. Through the valleys of silence, the dreams I entertain. In the quiet whispers, my purpose remains the same. Let's go.
Sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell.
Look.
Only time will tell.
We're really feeling like we're living in hell. Just turn on YouTube and start searching and you'll see it yourself. But together we light up the dark, standing strong, playing a part. Heart to heart, we heal, we mend. And this battle will prevail in the end. Voice for the voices we defend, in the silence our words transcend. With every note we send a message, deep truths we blend. And every verse hopes strength from our spirit within. Let's wake up, start the day, I'm back fighting again. Giving a voice to the people who have nothing to give. They come to me, I let them speak and tell it just like it is. I've been sacrificing all my life, I sleep when it ends.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Divine spirit of love and light, in this hour of need, guide America right. Shine your grace on every child, every soul. Mend our hearts, make our nation whole.
Sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Yes, you already know. Dropping this summer. Voice for the Voiceless of 2024. I'm telling you, I can't wait to drop this summer. Good gracious, I'm hyped for this album. And yes, I got plenty of more songs to record, and I will be recording a couple of those live on the second channel. So come by for exclusive shout outs and watching me be in the zone in a creating way when I talk about tracks like this. I mean, I write them from start to finish live.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
I was always left alone, sitting in my home, going through depression while I'm crafting all these poems. My mom was doing dope, that's all I ever known. But I let that pain go away, I'm here to take the throne. Got Rev gang behind me, I give a voice to the streets. Let the people speak, love and light is what I preach. Got these negative people who try to put stains on my fleece, but I never give up and stay focused on my peace. Reaching to be the better me, to succeed. I cover stories every day that could drop a horse to his knees. I've came to realize we really need change, and if I gotta do it myself, I'll bring a parade.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
I'm speaking to the government, we really need some change. I used to be that child that was living through the pain. Got raped by a monster when y'all barely did a thing. I'm speaking out for me and all the others feeling pain. When I speak it's with my chest, this ain't no motherfucking game. I'm sick of y'all giving every one of them a name. I hear stories like mine and it makes me wanna rage. How can we turn the page when y'all haven't done a thing? You give the ass a deal, then they're back on the game. We can't fix these sick pricks, but you free them every day. So I'ma build my platform up, step by step. You can't ignore all the signs, just take a look at the deaths.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
Unfortunately, no.
It's like they don't want to listen to us about what we're going through. They don't want to hear the pain. They don't want to stop these people. They want to keep giving them deals and letting them come back out into society and ruin more lives. And we're getting sick of this shit. We had enough. And they're gonna kill more people. I'm speaking for the voiceless. We need better laws and better purpose. I know a lot of families out in these streets, they are really hurting. They don't know where to go, know where to start. A lot of these families get left in the dark. No wins, no leads. They get pushed to the side just like they were from the start. I'm here to make a change. I'm at it every day. I'm far from perfect, but I refuse to stay the same. I'm here to grow with my people and rise above. I put all my faith in God. The change is gonna come.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
Dear Jesus, you know that's coming next, right? We got to follow that up with Dear Jesus. And before we jump into that, right? I do want to say this. Here it is right here. I'll let this speak for me. But definitely, Dear Jesus. This is on the album also. Voice for the Voices 2024. We have a message. This ain't no just weak ass rap talking about some bullshit. We're talking about real life.
Yeah. Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they trying to take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not trying to be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
Blood. Dear Jesus, I wanted to change. I'm over feeling all of this pain. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain. These haters are looking for something to blame. They always are coming all up on my page, filled with their hatred, they think that I rage, when I am really laughing in the face. You either a rep gang or you are a snake. I don't give a shit about none of your drama. My faith is with God as I fix all my problems. You people be running and hugging the fence while I stay focused on myself and I'm evolving. I use my platform every day for love and light to make a better place. Watching these kids lose their lives just makes me turn and say,
Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they trying to take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not trying to be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
Look. It's nothing but pain. All of these families are feeling the same. Losing their loved ones to all of this violence. Our government doesn't want to make a change. It feels like a game, this shit ain't the same. All of y'all do is just pick at our brains. Give up a little info, they conceal the rest and expect us to believe what you say. How is change gonna happen? You let these pedophiles run around and trash it. They touch kids but the judge gets an ass kiss. And you expect us to wanna roll with that shit? He touched a kid and gets 2 years maximum, but gets back out on the streets looking for a scheme, sneaking in a family, then killing a teen. And now we stand together as human beings. Jesus, I'm asking for help. These bastards should really be burning in hell. At least the rest of the life in the jail. We really don't understand all of the failed. Audrey Cunningham, Quentin Simon, Kylie Rodney to Summer Wells. All my life I've been waiting for purpose, and now I have it. I will prevail.
Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they trying to take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not trying to be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
Thank you. This is Dear Jesus coming on the album this summer called Voice for the Voices, dropping this summer of 2024. Can't wait to drop it. There's a lot more songs to record for this album, but we got 4 solid ones already, and this one will be on there. Okay, I made this song simply for everybody who has always been here, who's had my back, and even the new people here now. It's called Rev Gang Strong.
I count my blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
It wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it comes with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love, and I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
Normally give a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have it back. So I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made